Hey, welcome. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I have been gone the last couple of days, but I've been hearing and seeing some stuff. I came back tonight and oh my God, I cannot even believe what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing. It's like the whole community has just forgotten the last year or two. And I'm absolutely blown away at what I'm seeing. I'm blown away at what I'm hearing. And there's just a lot of things I want to go through. I'm going to try to make it quick because it is already 1:20 in the morning. Dayton's got graduation tomorrow night. But I just feel like there's no way I'm sleeping with this stuff on my mind. So let's get into it because there's a lot to unpack.
Got my name in your mouth again, twisting my life for the views you spin. Say I'm a villain, say I'm a mess, but you don't know me, you don't know less. You talk on my business like you built that brand. Never seen the work, never held my hand. Every little rumor that you throw my way falls apart when the truth gets played. And I'm tired of the smoke, tired of the show, tired of you acting like you already know. You can point, you can stare, you can post, just stare down, but you don't get to come here and tear my name down. Stop trying to paint me wrong. I'm not that monster, not your soul. Stop trying to paint me wrong. You know I've been solid all along. Stay out my life, stay out my lane. You got your own mirror, go deal with that plane. You bash my work like it's easy to do, like the hours the pressure never got to you. You want a reaction, you want me to fold, but I'm built from sweat, not the lies you sold. You call me toxic, call me fake, but you're the one feeding off what you make. So keep my name off your little crusade. I'm done letting your noise get paid. And I'm tired of the smoke, tired of the show, tired of you acting like you already know. You can point, you can stare, you can post, just stare down, but you don't get to come here and tear my name down. Stop trying to paint me wrong. I'm not that monster, not your soul. Stop trying to paint me wrong. You know I've been solid all along. Stay out my life, stay out my lane. You got your own mirror, go deal with that pain. Look at yourself before you throw that stone. I've got a business to run and a life of my own. You wanna see I want peace, so take your jealousies and let it leave. Stop trying to paint me wrong. I'm not that monster, not your soul. Stop trying to paint me wrong. You know I've been solid all along. Stay out my life, stay out my lane. You got your own mirror, go deal with that pain. Stay out my life, stay out my lane. Stop being insecure and stay the hell away. You keep dragging up old clips like they got a pulse tonight. 29 to 20. Tell me what you're trying to fight. She built that page from nothing while you hid behind a screen. Now you act so brave in comments, but your hands stay clean. Yeah, you push her, she pushes back. That's what happens when you come at her like that. heart sometimes, but she still shows up every time. So save your venom, save your pride. Some of you just want her hurt, 'cause you feel small inside. Move on already, move on already. You got nothing left to say. Move on already, move on already. Let those old jokes fade away. She's a good person, you just can't stand that she won't fold when you demand. Move on already, move on already. Leave the past where it stays. Move on already, move on already. Yeah, it's time to let it go. Move on already, move on already. Everybody already knows.
Hey. Welcome. All right. Again, make sure if you're new to my channel and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, give the video a hype afterwards. So we got a lot to unpack. Whew. There are a lot of things that I actually want to go over from the last 2 nights that I missed, but I don't have time tonight. So you're just going to have to wait till tomorrow or maybe even Tuesday night. I don't know. I'll get to it eventually. I have to go through the video and highlight certain things. So we're just going to focus on tonight. I got home tonight. As you guys know, I've been away all weekend. I cannot believe what the fuck I'm hearing and seeing with my own eyes and ears. What's up, Tony? And I am just dumbfounded at how everybody accepts lying. Everyone accepts just the biggest pieces of shit. But if it fits your narrative, then it's perfectly fine. Now, let me preface this with this. I am not friends with Queen Bee. I'm not friends with Clue. I'm not friends with anybody on the dark side, gray side, or anywhere else, okay? But I do always stick up for what's right and call out what's wrong. Whether I'm liked, hated, doesn't fucking matter. I'm going to do it anyway. Because that's just me. But the amount of stupidity and phoniness that I see around here is fucking wild. One thing that people can say about me, you can call me whatever you want. But at the end of the day, I'm always me. And I'm always real. And I just cannot fucking believe what I'm seeing. So let me preface this with, I know I said this a minute ago. Let me preface this with Brittany J's personal business is her business, okay? The reason why I say that is I don't want it to come across like anyone cares about her personal business, because we don't. It's the lying, it's the fake, it's the phoniness, it's the bullshit, it's these court hearings. That is my issue. Hey, Island, that is my issue. And that's a lot of people's issues. So it's not just, oh, we care about a personal business. No, not at all. And I really want to make that disclaimer before I get in my rant. Because once I start, I may not be able to stop. Brittany, your baby is not at home. Stop your lying. I don't know what reason you have to continue this lie. Oh, wait, I do actually. You want to know why, Brittany? Because you had no fucking prenatal care, like I said. You had no prenatal care. You had no care for the fucking child at all. You don't give a fuck. According to you, you probably didn't have prenatal care because you didn't have fucking insurance that you're just getting. You're very unhealthy. Your baby's in the NICU. Do I think I got taken by CPS? No, I don't. Should it have been? Probably. But no, I believe it's in the NICU. You and your boyfriend give away signs every day. Tonight you said that you haven't even gone through all the boxes of stuff that you got and all of your gifts. Someone that has a baby at home would have gone through everything and had anything set up already. So that's clue number one. Clue number two, and no pun intended for clue. Clue number two is that your boyfriend said tonight on a live stream, says the baby just opened her eyes. Really? The baby is what, 20 days old? And the baby just opened their eyes? Well, that sealed the deal for me, Brittany. You're a fucking liar. An absolute fucking liar. Your baby is sick because you are sick. What do you think, that a baby's going to come out perfectly healthy when the mom is sick as you are and is as unhealthy as you are? You are fucking disgusting. The baby was born on April 29th. It's now May 18th. That's 20 days. Sorry, sweet misery, but that's 20 days by my math. So 20 days, and now all of a sudden, the baby just opened their eyes? Really, Craig? You have no fucking baby there. Stop the bullshit. Literally stop the bullshit. And again, a caring mom would have opened all of their baby stuff already. A mother that has a brand new baby at home is going to be able to do that. You also stated just a week ago that you were breastfeeding, and now you're bottle feeding. Now the baby is thriving, a hospital word that's used, thriving. Mothers don't use that word. Hospitals use that word. Doctors use that word. Mothers don't use that word. So all these people that think that your baby's home and doing so well, you're fucking lying right to them. Because any one of us that has either had a baby in NIC unit, know what's going on, or actually listens and can hear the bullshit that comes out of your mouth, failure to thrive, medical and CPS terms. Well, I don't think the baby's with CPS at all, but I absolutely believe that the baby is in the NIC unit, hands down. And she says a lot of little things. I can't wait to show you guys. What the fuck are you waiting for, Brittany? Oh, wait, yeah, you're waiting for a baby to come home. That's what you're waiting for. You had no medical. You had no insurance. So you had to go to, I guess in the hospital, they give you Medicaid. I've also never heard of someone prescribing an intravenous drug for you. I've never heard of a doctor prescribing an intravenous drug like you said they did yesterday. And then you sat there with Craig and talked about how it was $70. Well, the drug you spelled out is an intravenous drug that you wouldn't have. And a green pill for iron is over the counter. So please tell me what drug cost you $70, Brittany. There are none. You're another fucking lie. The fact that you and Craig sit there and talk about all these things on a live is just another grift. You may be able to fool the idiots in your chat. You can't fool those of us that have a fucking brain. And then you give the drug right on the live. Your own boyfriend says, that's an intravenous drug. An intravenous drug. So you never speak to your boyfriend? Why do you guys save all this stuff on a live? I can't imagine other than straight up manipulation, because that's all it is, Brittany, is straight up manipulation. Because why would you talk about this on a live that you don't want anyone knowing about? You sit there and say that you don't want anyone talking about your private business, and you just talk about everything on your private business. Now, I understand going to visit a baby in the NIC unit is tiring. I get it. I absolutely get it. But be fucking honest. I mean, why does she keep discussing her meds that she's on? Because, like, I think it was Just Irish that said it, and she's 100% right. And that is, you know what? If she was going to a doctor all along, we would have heard about it all along. Because Brittany has to have sympathy no matter what the fuck she's doing. Brittany has to have, this is her Munchausen's by internet. Now, I know that Irish had spoke about it somewhat, but I pulled something up a couple of weeks ago. I got to find it. But I pulled it up a couple of weeks ago, and I showed it to them. I was like, guys, I'm telling you, it's Munchausen's by internet, without a doubt. And I go, look at this. Every single checkbox was Brittany. And it's like, one thing that was driving me fucking insane yesterday when I was listening to Irish, why does everybody treat Brittany like this is her first child and she's 12? She is an almost 40-year-old woman, 40 years old with 6 kids. And everybody tiptoes her like she's a fucking little child. You brought 6 kids into this world. You better be adult enough to fucking handle it. And all this tiptoeing for her is insane to me. Absolutely fucking insane. Do we forget who she is? Do we forget all the lies? Do we forget every single lie that she's told? Every single, crazy, every single fucking, everything she's done over the last year or two? Do we just forget that? And then you have this fucking bias against Clue, Queen Bee. I can't even say Queen Bee, but it's like Clue's being targeted. And I'm watching this in real time, and I'm going to play it. You have Bog, who all of a sudden is Brittany's, friend over there. And it, Clue, I'm sorry, not Clue. Chasing is talking to Bog. And, just a couple of days ago, Julie was getting the blame. It was all on Julie. Bog and Nonsense went on this whole fucking rant that it was Julie that did it. I was like, no, it wasn't. I was like, even I know it wasn't fucking Julie. I said, because there's no way that this person is going to give Brittany all the information. That's just fucking ludicrous. So I knew that there was bias going on towards Clue. So then tonight, Chasing and Clue Chasing and Bog are talking, and I'm going to play the clip in a second if you guys didn't hear it. But Bog is like, I believe there's somebody pulling the strings. Somebody's in charge of this, this racket going on, something like that. Chasing was like, who do you think's behind it, Clue? And all of a sudden, Ba got really quiet. She's like, no, I don't know. Okay, Ba, you were just friends with Clue, like, what, a month ago? So then some fuck shit went on. She kicked you out. And now all of a sudden, Clue's behind this big conspiracy. I'm sorry. I don't see Clue being that fucking diabolical at all. If Clue wants to go after Brittany, she could do it on her own. She's been doing just fine on her own on Kick, which isn't easy because it's a whole nother community. But she has a really good community over there. She's thriving. She's doing well over there. Her and Cletus do their thing. And then you have this narrative that's being formed that it seems like they want everybody on Brittany's side, Gray's side, to turn against Clue. And watching it in real time as an outsider, it's fucking gross. Are you that jealous of Clue that you can't just let her be? You can't just let her do her thing? That nonsense was on Queen Bee, and Queen Bee, of course, is staying neutral, as Queen Bee does. Let me stay neutral because I don't want to piss anyone off. Take a fucking side, because everybody's asking for sides. So take a fucking side. You're either Clue's friend and you're going to stick by Clue, or you're going to be wishy-washy. But pick a fucking side. And if you're not going to pick a side, pick a fucking stand. Because, again, as an outsider, it seems like everybody is trying to get, quote-unquote, dark side to turn against Clue. And probably turn against GW as well. Because Clue and GW at least seem like they're sticking together. Which, whether you like them or not, at least they have each other's backs. As far as the prosecutor being serious, here's my thing. So why is Nonsense and Bog so fucking invested in finding out who Mr. Docket is? Why is it their fucking business? Let the goddamn fucking prosecutor handle it and move on with your life. If he can't figure it out, oh fucking well. Oh well. Let him figure it out. It's his job, not ours. And I see so many people so heavily fucking invested in it. Why? Is the DA paying you? Is the prosecutor fucking paying you to find out? No. Prosecutor fucking figuring it. If the prosecutor can't figure it out, why the fuck are you guys? And now you have people that couldn't fucking stand Brittany. All of a sudden, here they are in Brittany's chat, like even telling Reality how much they love her. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Now all of a sudden, Reality, who you made fun of for fucking months and years, all of a sudden, now Reality is someone you would watch all the time? Okay, Bog, have fun with that. I'm sorry, there's nothing mature or interesting about Reality. And if that's your cup of tea, now I don't know how you followed Clue for 2 years, because that makes no sense to me. But hey, whatever. I also heard that people were, and I'm gonna still play you guys clips. I'm just getting my rant out first. I heard that people were not people. Boggin was talking to Chasing, and now all of a sudden it wasn't Julie, but it was someone else, and that some rando person they kind of believe, I think this is what they said, that some rando person who does court appearances, but why are you even entertaining something that fucking stupid? And the reason I say that is because how would this person know Brittany J's email address? How would this person know to send it to Clue and Cletus? I'm sorry, not Clue and Cletus, to Nonsense and Queen Bee. I'm sorry, but I think it's someone that Nonsense knew, if you want my honest opinion. That to me makes perfect sense. Someone that hates fucking Julie. If it wasn't Nonsense herself. Nonsense is smart enough, and I'm not saying it was, but Nonsense is smart enough to know how to get a link. Shut up, Tony. Nonsense is smart enough to know how to get a link to something. And I think she hates Julie enough that she would want that link. So again, I'm not saying it's her. I'm not blaming her at all whatsoever. But to say that some random person happens to find some random court case on the internet, but then knows to be on Brittany's side and emails the link to two people that have talked about Brittany for the last 3 years. Like, what? What logic is this? What fucking world do we live in? It is an absolute targeted campaign. I agree with that 100%. Everyone that thinks Bog is trolling, I don't agree. If you heard her on Chasing's live, you would understand what I'm saying, that I don't think exactly, Holly. I don't think that she was trolling. I think she was being dead serious. And I think that it's all a campaign, and this is just my thoughts, but it's all a campaign of let's be nice to Brittany and let's be on this side of the track, and let's, be nice on the gray side of the track, because we need to have a hate campaign against Clue. We need to take Clue out of the equation. And then once we get Clue out, then we can maybe get GW, Queen Bee, somebody. But we got to get Clue out first. That's how I feel. And they're using Brittany and the gray side to do so. I agree, UA, the community is getting trolled 100%. Chaos and division, 100%. But again, maybe it's just me, but I can't fathom, literally cannot fucking fathom that I'm going to go to a hater, an absolute fucking hater, someone that I despise, that I know is everything that I stand against, in not that they did one thing, not that they did even two things 5 years ago. We're talking somebody who lives in the now, who's looking at her community and still fucking lying. That's what I'm talking about. So let's go to somebody in the last year who has done the most egregious shit out there. Let's go to her and let's make nice. What? Just what? I don't care how much I like or dislike Julie Skolnick. That doesn't mean I'm going to run to Brittany. That is a weak-ass fucking bitch. Weak-ass bitch. And playing the video, showing the video, recording the video, guess what? That's not this community's problem. Let the prosecutor figure it out. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Let the prosecutor deal with it. That's his fucking job. But it's turned into, let's go ahead and hate on Clue. And as an outsider, that's what I see. The nonsense elevated truth shit last night, or maybe I think it was last night. I don't know if you guys saw that. That was intense. I don't watch Elevated Truth, but I understand where he was coming from. And I understand that aggravation and stress and headache can really have an effect on someone. I get it. But let the prosecutor deal with the prosecution stuff. If it's that illegal, let him deal with it. Let him talk about anyone that's played it. I played it. My video's still up. Prosecution wants to get a hold of me. You want my phone number? He can easily get a hold of me. This is his job. If it's so illegal, then it's his job. Let him do it. He doesn't need nonsense helping him. He doesn't need, I mean, fuck, is he paying you guys? That's what I want to know. I just want to know, is he paying you? Because if he's not paying you, well, then you're a sucker because he's still getting paid. So let him do his job. That's all I got to say on that. I totally agree with that, Ruby. I think it's disgusting of what's happening. As an outsider, I'm seeing it clear as day. And what they're doing to Clue is disgusting. And I don't care if you like Clue or you don't like Clue. This shit is so easy to see. And let me show you what I'm talking about too. Hold on. Now I'm going to use Brittany's stream simply because this whole conversation just kind of just happened. So it's easy for me to find. Hold on. Interesting.
I mean, why would they send it to Queen? It makes more sense to me that it was sent to Nonsense because she was reviewing Julie. So, I don't know.
So just my 2 cents on this. 2 things really quick. Not doxing myself said 2 other messages that stood out to me was Mr. Docket, LOL, what an obvious name. And then
Introducing Grammarly, like you've never seen before.
I forgot this dumb bitch still don't have premium.
Your all-in-one writing essential.
Sorry, guys.
they asked them about the link to the prosecutor, and they said it's sitting on the site.
See, and that's crazy because that's not it, right? That can't be. That public link cannot be it. But when you click that, right under that, it says to do the Zoom, look at this video. To do the Zoom in Spanish, look at this video. But when you click them, it takes you to YouTube and neither video is found. They're both gone. So I don't know. They just haven't updated their instructions. If someone is only viewing a hearing and not participating, access depends on whether the hearing is public. How was that sound? Well, I was thinking it wasn't public though, because it's in there with the
You don't know the answer, Holly? I can give you that answer. Because Clue kicked Bog out of her Discord because of a fight with Petty. I don't know what the fight was over. I'm not in the Discord. But I do know that she got kicked out of Clue's Discord like a month or two ago, maybe even a little longer. So then she hooked up with Nonsense. Nonsense is now part of the Grace team, the Gray side. She'll say she's not, but it's so blatantly obvious. All of Brittany's subs are now in Nonsense's live. Now Nonsense is like, golden. Doesn't matter that she started this whole Brittany kick 3 years ago. Nah, all that's forgotten about. So Bog is on a fuck you Clue kind of thing. I'm going to get you back is how I see it.
prosecutor. So why the hell would that be public? But he did say they had 40 people waiting. And if they had, I thought that was public until nonsense and allegedly speculating said they got a link and they were asked, are you a defendant or are you public? And when they said public, they were sent to the judge. So let's say it was me. And I said, oh no, I'm a defendant. I'm trying it. I don't care. I'm going to try it because this is bullshit. This is bullshit. And it's annoying. Who recorded it? Just come out and say, so what? I fucking recorded it. I mean, at this point, it was put out there. People have the link. Do it for science, body. That's what I'm saying.
She means the gray side is fake.
I mean, it's just all bullshit at this point. Ugh.
Yes. Sorry, I
ahead.
get distracted. I'm ADHD to the core.
Totally fine.
What I was going to say about why send it to Queen and why send it to nonsense. And this ties back to my theories about the chaos that's been happening. Anyone that speaks out about Julie, anyone that doesn't agree with what Julie's doing, in my opinion, is targeted.
So she just said, this is the part I was talking about before. She just said that anyone that speaks out against Julie is targeted. Since when does Julie have this much power? That I'd like to know. Julie doesn't have power around here. Nobody is fucking targeted. What are you even talking about? Yeah, that's Bog. I don't get where she is targeted. I mean, where she's targeting people. I'm sorry, I don't see it. As an outsider, I don't see it. Does she like Clue? Yeah. Does she like Granny? I don't know. Granny has spoke up against her. I've heard Clue say she's batshit crazy.
And is branded as a hater and is eventually
I agree with that.
From the quote unquote island.
She's absolutely right.
To me, it's happening to nonsense. And in my opinion, I think it's going to.
So it's happening to Bog and it's happening to nonsense because she speaks up against Julie. This is a false narrative, and this is a narrative that they're trying to run with, all for their own benefit. It is so not true.
To happen to Queen because she is not.
So who do you think's running the island right now? Clue?
I don't know.
Are you fucking kidding me? And I know chasing. I don't think this was like set up behind the scenes. But when I heard that, really? Do you think Clue has that much power that she's running this big conspiracy behind the scenes? I'm going to play it again and not stop it. But I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? Neither one of them have that kind of power.
Access depends on whether the hearing is public. How was that sound? Well, I was thinking it wasn't public, though, because it's in there with the prosecutor. So why the hell would that be public?
Now, again, I'm going to play it this time without interrupting it so you guys can hear it straight through.
But he did say they had 40 people waiting. And if they had, I thought that was public until nonsense and allegedly speculating said they got a link and they were asked, are you a defendant or are you public? And when they said public, they were sent to the judge. So let's say it was me. And I said, oh no, I'm a defendant. I'm trying it. I don't care. I'm going to try it because this is bullshit. This is bullshit, and it's annoying. Who recorded it? Just come out and say, so what? I fucking recorded it. I mean, at this point, it was put out there. People have the link. Do it for science, body. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just all bullshit at this point. Ugh.
Yes. Sorry,
No, go
I get
ahead.
distracted. I'm ADHD to the core.
Totally fine.
What I was going to say about why send it to Queen and why send it to nonsense. And this ties back to my theories about the chaos that's been happening.
Mm.
Anyone that speaks out about Julie, anyone that doesn't agree with what Julie's doing, in my opinion, is targeted and is branded as a hater and is eventually
I agree with that.
from the quote unquote island.
She's absolutely
It happened
right.
to me, it's happening to nonsense, and in my opinion, I think it's going to happen to Queen because she is not.
So who do you think's running the island right now? Clue?
I don't know.
Well, who the fuck else? Who can exile anybody from anywhere? She's not even on here anymore. So, okay, let's put it this way. Queen's chat, other than Granny's, gets the most people in it in this sector right now. When Clue was here, Clue's did. But Clue's not here now. So, who can exile anybody? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah. It's just the pattern that I've seen, people getting significant pushback when they're not wholeheartedly supporting Julie. And that's just been my experience from what happened to me, from what I'm seeing with nonsense. And now it feels like with some of the comments that were made about Queen last night, that there's some shade being thrown her way. And it makes me concerned that stuff's going to start happening to her. And I know that she is busy. She doesn't have time to maybe see everything that's.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Queen Bee is live fucking 12 hours a day. What do you mean she can't see shit? Like, you see what's happening? It's buddying up to Queen. It's oh, she's so busy. If you could be live 12 hours a day, you can find out what's going on. Sorry, not sorry. But this isn't about Queen. This is about Queen turning on Clue. That's what this is about. Don't let anybody tell you differently. That is what this is about. They know that they can slowly drop seeds and people will fall for it. They can, drop little nuggets here and there. And because Clue isn't on the platform and Queen Bee is, maybe they can get Queen to turn. What they failed to remember is that Clue has stated that her and Queen are actual friends. How far that friendship goes, I don't know. I don't doubt Jay is behind some of it. I don't at all. But I don't know. I really don't know. I hate being falsely blamed, so I'm not going to blame anyone. But what I am saying that I can definitively say is this is a hate campaign, whether they want to admit it or not. This is a hate campaign against Clue. The fact that Chasing's first answer was, who do you think's behind it, Clue? Last time I checked, Julie was just a sub of Clue's. I don't ever remember hearing that Clue is friends with Julie, like I have heard her say about Queen Bee and Granny. Even Jay, I've heard her say, when they were friends. But I haven't ever heard, and I listen to Clue a lot, I have never heard Clue say that she was friends with Julie Skolnick, ever. So for Clue to be the mastermind pulling the strings of this whole thing is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life in this community. Literally one of the dumbest. To think that Clue and Cletus are running this mastermind, all behind Julie, when they could easily bring anyone they wanted to court on their own, They don't need Julie Skolnick to do so. And they don't need, being that they live in Tennessee and Brittany lives in North Carolina, they absolutely don't need somebody who lives in Jersey to go after her. I've heard Granny say she doesn't agree with it. I've heard Clues say she doesn't agree with it. But Julie is just a sub of Clues. Do I understand where Granny's head is at? Absolutely. Do I understand where Clue's head is at? Absolutely, I do. I totally get what they feel about this situation. And, okay, great. Someone's, finally going to hold her accountable. I said last night in Discord that I finally get Granny's frustration when it comes to Brittany never being held accountable for anything. I see it, and I totally see it now. And I see where she is completely just never held accountable. She just lies and lies and lies and lies and lies. And a lot of the stuff with Julie doesn't make sense to me. A lot of the stuff she was saying, it just isn't how things are. And it's like, I understand why people are saying that, they both lie, this, that. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's not our fucking business. It's not our business. Let them fucking deal with it. This is between Julie and Brittany and the prosecutor, who's also Julie's lawyer. That's it. None of this. Oh, I knew that. 9mm. I could have told you that. I observe a lot. I see what the fuck is going on. I told Granny that ages ago. Ages ago. She's got a MacBook and you could text from your MacBook? Huh? Who? Right, Denise? That's what I'm saying. There is so much like, who gives a fuck? Literally, who gives a fuck? This is their problem. Not my problem, not anyone else's problem. This is their fucking problem. JLR was in a whole YC world with Nick. And I know that. Wasn't taken off the website until the day that RICO was announced. I think they could not put JLR in the RICO because of his past. I believe that. But that's not even the issue. It's like they're trying to do this in like, I guess you can say like an intelligent way or whatever. But that only works on weak ass people. That's not going to work on people that have a brain and can see what's going on. And I'm sorry, but it's crazy to me to watch all of this bullshit. Jay has been friends with JLR forever. That never changed. I try to warn Granny to stay the fuck away from Jay. She didn't listen. Because who's going to listen to me? Nobody. Well, my people do, but you know what I mean. I could have saved them a whole hell lot of a fucking headache. And now Jay is friends with Brittany. Not friends, not the right term, but Jay is in Brittany's chat and Sinner's chat and everyone's lovey-dovey. And it's like they're all trying to form into a group and push it's like, how do you not see it? How do subs not see it? They think that these people are being genuine. Nonsense is not genuine. Bog is not genuine. very few around here are truly genuine. And my next statement might bite me in my fucking ass, and I might be wrong, but from what I can see, Clue seems pretty genuine. Granny seems a little naive at times, but Clue seems pretty genuine. I could be wrong, though. Like I said, that could bite me in the fucking ass. But from what I see, that's how I see it. This community should have been watching JS and BJ stuff, but I agree. That's how I watched it, Janice. See, but I think it's just an excuse. I do not believe that. I think they're using it as a cover-up for the bigger picture, which is to take Clue down and to get the whole community to turn on Clue and then bring Clue's people back. That's kind of what I see. Yeah, I did see that. I didn't see all of it. I saw some of it. And my opinion on that, Pink was pushing nonsense. If that was me personally, I would have kicked her the fuck off. Because if Clue is my friend, this is where loyalty comes in. If Clue is my friend, I'm not going to let some fucking Britney lover come on my panel and fucking talk shit about my friend. But that's me. I understand Queen likes to be blase and not, really pick a side much. She's done it forever. That's not me, though. And it's not like it was like Rowena. If Rowena came on and was talking to Queen like that, I get it. And that's where I would get how Queen would be, blase. But not when it comes to someone like Pink. Like, what the fuck was that? Yeah, but we already know what Pink is about. We already know she's a fucking liar and a BJ, kiss ass. And she's now promoting nonsense and all this other shit. But who here hasn't seen the Elevated Truth fight with nonsense? Because that was pretty bad. See, that's why I said I didn't see the whole thing. So that's why I said I originally said I can't really speak too much on it because I didn't see the whole thing. I only saw bits and pieces. But I did hear Queen say last night that she doesn't want to pick a side. She likes nonsense. She likes this one. She likes that one. And she can feel like that. But if people are forcing you to pick a side, pick a side. That's just how I feel. Oh, you haven't seen it, UA? Oh, it's bad. It's funny too, though. I get it. I think it was on Hive Sidebar, I think. Today's Sunday. I was yesterday. Hold on. I thought it was longer than it was.
around and actually goes to the court
Right,
after
but the
dragging
thing
me
is,
Yeah,
for a
no,
show.
nobody got, no.
Yes,
Don't lie.
yes,
Don't get up.
yes. Oh, I helped her out. Listen,
let's be fair though. I mean, you know what I'm
to
saying?
be fair, I was just helping her on another app to set her app up. She's always said nothing but positive shit around me.
Right.
It came out of left field where she went after me and Clue after trying to be friends with us on another app. What do you mean? We don't know where it came from. We're over there doing our own thing, and she switched up on everybody. I don't even talk to nonsense. The only time I've
started with the joke. Okay, so from my understand, which I guess I didn't really realize this because, like I said, we all don't catch everything. You know what I'm saying? So what I thought was people were upset with her for covering Julie's court case shit with BJ, and that it was helping BJ. So
I never spoke to her or anybody else about that woman's case. I don't give a fuck about her.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about her case.
I didn't think
none
you
of
gave
it.
a fuck. Okay.
And then she said, this is what's crazy. She goes on and says, well, Truth was said he was going to go to the court date on April 1st, which was an April 1st joke. Then this woman turns around and actually goes to the court after dragging me.
Yeah,
for a show.
Nobody got. No. Don't
Yes,
lie.
yes, yes.
Don't get up here and lie. You were not drugged for going to the court date.
You didn't spend 2 days
Truth,
on it?
let's go back for a minute, Truth.
Now, just listen to the interactions here. Now, stick up for Queen here. I would have done the exact same thing as Queen, and that was shut the fuck up and let them fight it out. I wouldn't have said anything. I'm with her 100% on this.
You didn't spend 2 days on it? You didn't spend 2 days on it? You liar.
Nope, you were never drug over it. You were never drug over it. Once again, you intentionally missed the point.
Your point doesn't matter to me, bitch. I don't care about your point. It don't mean shit to me. You are a nobody.
Right, but you
You've
didn't
come
ask
on
her.
here.
Listen,
You've come on here and disrespected everybody.
You asked me to come up here and answer your questions.
Still doesn't mean I have to think you're worth a fuck.
Okay, so let's talk about these lies.
What
Because
lies?
Queen asked, and Queen said, when did this start? This started when we did that Super Bowl Sunday when you came up on my panel, Queen. Do you remember that with the Cram It and Crumb Real shit?
Yeah. I do remember that.
This all has spun off of that. So Truth Mod came in, charming Jenna, spinning half-ass shit, getting it wrong, sending it off. Okay, cool. We established that. He's been pissed off, and his mods continue to come over there and say, hold up, can I finish talking?
Well, you have to understand, too. I believe Queen Bee's name gets dragged into stuff because, I mean, I hate to say this, but it's true. Without her, Clue, Granny would not be as big as they are. Nonsense. She was really the starting point for all of them because her community blew up and then people ran to her when they wanted more clout. And that's just a fact. And Clue blew up because of her. And Granny blew up because of her. So I think and Nonsense blew up because of her. So that's why I believe she gets dragged into this stuff. And I mean, there's no other reason, but it's not because she's so invested. It's because that's where everyone started. I mean, really. That the people I named, they wouldn't have blown up if it wasn't for her.
Because you're accusing her. No,
I am accusing her because it's on video.
Clue already had a community. Granny already had a community. But trust me when I tell you, their community blew up exponentially because of Queen Bee.
Truth, it's on video.
To me, I don't watch you, woman. Don't you understand that? I don't
well, then maybe
watch
you should have paid attention.
I don't want to watch you.
Hold on. We're missing pieces. So he's saying he doesn't understand like what was said with Jenna. He was
on the panel with Jenna.
What
yes, I will
panel?
absolutely go. Okay, so February 8th, the Super Bowl Sunday panel, when you had done.
Here's my biggest question. Why is Nonsense so fucking invested in this that she can quote dates? Maybe I'm just a horrible YouTuber. YouTube is not that important to me that I need to remember all these fucking dates. The dates I need to remember are my kids going to college, graduation, Sage's date night. You know what I mean? Like, these are dates that are important to me. not fucking YouTube dates. It's like, why are you so fucking invested?
The video exposing who doxed you. And I had those questions, and that's how we ended up with Cletus, Clue, Queen, everybody on panel, because none of us knew what the fuck was going on and how this information was going here or there anyway.
I remember
Jenna
that.
hops up.
Yep.
Jenna hops up and says, I'm the one that is sending Truth this information because you had a bunch of it wrong, unfortunately, because of shit she sent you.
No, well, that's
saying that link in Discord went directly.
Okay, one second. Where's she wrong at? What do you mean? Where's she, where's she wrong at?
She wasn't sending me anything.
She was getting information from Kramit and Chroma Reels. That's she was the one handing it off to Truth.
Truth.
And
listen, you said she wasn't doing that.
You gonna answer?
She was.
Okay.
She was. Truth even, or I don't know if it was Truth or Cletus even said they're using her as a middleman. And they were. They were absolutely giving Jenna stuff to hand to Truth. And that came out that day where Jenna came up on panel and said, this is what they're giving me. She was
Am I here to speak for myself?
It was no big deal. We were all learning about this shit in real time.
I think I'm up here. I can tell myself. I don't need you to tell me what I thought or what I knew. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I thought or what I knew?
Think maybe you had missed what she had said, and there's a miscommunication. Like there's
no, I was getting screenshots. I was getting screenshots. I told, and I've said this before, but Becky doesn't want to listen to it.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. She wants to make her own fucking thing out of it. I was getting screenshots. I told my moderator, stop sending me shit. I don't want to be a part of any of it. What was sent to me was sent to Cletus and Clue because they're trying to figure things out.
So
I told my moderator
to you guys, right?
That's what it was being sent to me.
Okay.
So I, not wanting anything to do with it, sent it to Clue and Cletus and told my moderators to leave me the fuck out of it.
Right. You didn't want no parts of it.
But they didn't, Truth. They didn't, Truth.
No, they didn't. Tell me. How are you going to tell me what they did and didn't do?
They didn't leave you out of it. To her,
they didn't leave you out of it, Truth. They kept coming into my comment section, Jenna, over and over and stirring shit about the next thing and the next thing.
Did you come to me?
No, I absolutely showed it live, Truth. And that you had your first. Hold on, Truth. Hold on, Truth.
Why didn't you come to me?
You were already pissed off and turning things by that time. You had already done it.
Now, I can tell you from personal experience, there is nothing more aggravating when you are a passionate person like Elevated Truth and you're mad and you got someone being passive aggressive telling you how to feel. There is nothing more frustrating. So I totally get his frustration in all of this.
Rage out live stream. No.
You said, out on
listen, you said you watched 30 minutes of Truth.
You're lying.
You wanted to know where this. No, I'm not.
You're not.
I showed this all live.
I can be a dick too.
I know
took what I said, and you're trying to make it that I was angry. Listen, you're not going to keep cutting me off.
I don't care. You're not paying attention to how this even started.
Then we can keep yelling back and forth. If you don't care, then I don't.
Now, my feeling here was, if she's so right and he's so wrong, then why do you keep cutting him off? Let him fucking talk. Then you can prove him wrong. But why not just let him talk? Why are you constantly cutting him off to make sure that he can't get out his sentence? That to me is a big red flag.
We're not getting anywhere. You told her to come up and have a conversation with you. So like, we're really trying to have a conversation here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both have to give each other time to talk. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just speaking for me. I'm here. She doesn't have to speak for me.
I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking to the facts of how this went down. And the fact is you raged out, said you watched 30 minutes of that stream. Hold on. Let me read. Yeah, you were pissed. You were fucking pissed.
How are you going to tell me how
you deleted that stream.
You said you were pissed and you only watched 30 minutes of it. I heard you say that.
Yes. And then you apologized.
When I was on my live, there's a difference. When I was on my live, I was not pissed off. When I saw it, I was pissed off. There's two totally different things.
Right, but the thing is, there's a lot of miscommunication going on. That is right. That's true.
But she's trying to make it appear that I was on my live raging out. That's bullshit.
No, you said you were pissed off. Okay, I don't
That's
give a shit
not
about
raging out. You're
Let's
using
get back to this
words.
whole lie.
No,
Like,
absolutely not. You're
Okay.
using key
You're welcome. I figured 2:30 in the morning is a good time to drop 5.
words to fire people up when I never raged out. You're lying.
okay, we're stuck on small little things that really
No,
don't
that's
fucking
not
matter. Can we
small,
talk about the
ma'am.
lies?
No,
Can
stop.
we talk about
That's
the timeline
not
of how this
small.
happened and the actual lies,
That's
truth? Because you're
not
gaslighting people right
small.
now. You're
That's
doing your
not
typical
small.
circle spin.
Here you go. Talk over me. Yeah, because that's the only way
All
it
right.
works for you, right?
Okay, go ahead. Truth, you go ahead and say what you need to say, and then we're gonna let Nonsense say what
That's
she's gonna
not
say so
small.
that we can hear, because the chat can't hear y'all.
When you accuse somebody of raging out multiple times, show after show after show, that is
I do not blame someone for you're welcome, Janice. Welcome new members. I don't blame someone for raging out when they're fucking pissed off. It happens. I've done it multiple times. I get it.
a lie. You did
Okay.
not see me rage out on a live. That's a
All right.
lie.
All right. Now moving forward, Nonsense, did you have something else that you wanted to finish your? You felt like he was raging on the live. He says he wasn't. Okay, moving forward.
Okay, so the timeline of how this happened, if he goes and watches, I even played it exactly. Julie was using his name all throughout. She kept saying that
Were
Truth
you aware of that,
encouraged her.
Truth?
He was. Because
I
his
came
mods were
in,
coming
I
in and
went to him
correcting.
asked him, I said, did I recruit you in any way, shape, or form to
Now, if I was Truth, that would piss me the fuck off. He's right there. Don't answer for him. Like, Queen Bee just asked Truth a direct question, and here's Nonsense answering it. That's fucked up. That would fucking make me irate. Like, bitch, I'm right here. I can answer my own damn question. You're welcome, Izzy.
fucking share that video with anybody?
No,
He said,
listen, this is
"Absolutely
my problem. This is my problem. Becky is speaking for me again. No, the fuck I didn't. I didn't find out about it till a week and a
I'm
half
speaking
ago.
for you.
Stop.
Okay.
Can I talk? God damn. A week and a half or 2 weeks ago.
Now, all of Nonsense's people are going to sit here like, see? You see how crazy he gets? You see how mad he gets? You see how he rages? That's not fair, because she is pushing him like into this rage. She is literally pushing him to how he feels, because she's answering for him. She's just going on and on.
Ago is finally when my moderators got me into a chat and said, listen, you got to go pay attention to this. For 2 weeks, I told them, leave me the fuck alone about it. On my show, I told people, leave it out of my comments. Okay? I ignored it. You kept dragging my name. I ignored it. Finally, when I did my first fucking show on it, was after you had disrespected Charming so bad, like you're somebody who matters. Talk to her like a fucking dog. That's when I came over here to YouTube and did a live. Stop fucking lying.
April 20th, Charming Jenna comes into my comment.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? Who knows these dates? April 20th, Charming Jenna. Like, dude, go get a life. This is somebody that doesn't have a life, that you could quote dates. This one came in my chat like, holy fuck, dude, go touch grass.
Comment section speaking for we, because I was playing a clip of Julie Skolnick using your name once again and proving that it's been Julie using your name, to which she responded, we speaking for you. The only people that have been speaking for you are those people. And I'm sorry, Charming Jenna isn't involved in a bunch of fuck shit and everybody knows it.
Okay.
And a lie is a lie. And I don't, she doesn't deserve, it doesn't. So
then
why
do you keep
you just said
me?
All right. I don't watch Truth, but isn't Charming Jenna one of his like top mods? Some people thought it was his wife, but aren't they really close? Because I hear her name attached a lot with his. So I'm just going to assume that they're very close. They are, right, Carly? Why is she even speaking about his top mod like this? That's like someone going to Queen and bashing the fuck out of B. Tim or Rowena. You just don't do that. like you just, if someone came on panel and started bashing the fuck out of one of my mods, I'd be fucking pissed too. So I don't know, it just reminds me of the Pink coming on Queen Bee bashing Clue. Like, why are you doing this?
Then why do you keep dragging me?
Because you are connected to them.
Becky, did you not talk to me over on Kick? Did you not talk to me about your page? Did you not talk to me about how?
Oh my God, that's irrelevant in this. Oh, thank you, Truth. Thank you, Truth, for you helping me with my page.
You're stopping.
Okay, carry on.
At any time, you could have said, Truth, Charming Jenna's saying this. Truth, Charming Jenna's doing this.
But you were there when she was saying this shit. You were fucking there, and so were your other mods. You were present in the live stream that kicked all of this off.
I was in your live. You're saying I was in your live. You're full of shit. No, I wasn't.
The live that kicked us all off, Truth, you were absolutely there on panel.
Show me. I was talking to you when she was on there. You're crazy, woman. Never happened.
You were there on February 8th when this all kicked off with Charming Jenna getting outed as sending you misinformation, which kicked it off. And Jenna's been pissed off and running shit since, Truth.
What is misinformation about screenshots? She literally sent me screenshots. What is misinformation about screenshots?
She had those screenshots wrong. She was pushing it off that was a direct link to Discord. There was a bunch of things. You can go back and watch it. We've rewatched it.
So this is your interpretation of it.
It's the way it landed out. She came up and said it.
This is how you feel about it. You could have asked me at any time. You could have reached out to me. You could have said, Truth, this is happening. You would have done it to Queen Bee. You'd have went to her and talked to her behind the scenes. Why didn't you one time come and reach out to me and say, Truth, some fuck shit's going on? Hey,
question.
Queen, hold on.
You didn't know?
Queen. No, I didn't. That's what you don't fucking get.
Okay. So April 20th, when you went off. Okay. Okay, cool. You didn't know any of these things. You didn't know why I was pissed off and telling your mods to stop.
Everybody, no, because I kept telling everybody to keep it out of my fucking chat.
Oh, okay. So your mods weren't even telling you on the back end of the shit they were stirring?
No, because I don't talk to my fucking mods like that. Maybe you do.
But
maybe you run your channel like that.
No. Hold up. What? You just said that you came over to YouTube after I was disrespectful to Charming Jenna and fired up a live stream. So which is it?
Because she came into my fucking chat and lost her shit. It wasn't behind the scenes.
Okay.
Everybody saw it who was there, but you know everything.
Okay, so you fired up a live because Charming Jenna made some comments that you didn't even really know what was really going on, and you fired up a live on YouTube.
Okay. I did not watch any of it. And even I can tell you that he already stated he fired up a live because he was pissed because Charming Jenna was upset over the situation. Hey, J Fox. So what isn't she getting about that? Because that's kind of what I heard. He stated it before that Charming Jenna was pissed. So he fired up a live sticking up for her. I mean, isn't that what he said 20 minutes ago?
Because it is not appropriate for you, who is a nobody, to talk to a sub that way. You have gone after subs continuously. So go fuck yourself.
She deserves a fucking golden ticket because she's got a wrench for you or anybody else. No, she lied and stirred shit, Truth. She was
what about your other community? What did you do in your other community? What did you do in your other community? Didn't you get run out of there? Or is that a lie?
I've never, that's a lie. I was never ran out of any community.
Right. Why 3 years ago did you have a whole video made about you by, what's it called? The Mocking Media? What was that?
Oh, yeah. They were a part of the anti-KJ community.
Oh, yeah. You're just a victim again, right?
No, I actually fucked with Mocking.
Case. We were all around.
Yeah, that was a whole.
At the end of the day, Becky,
why are you going so far off onto other shit?
Why could you not have just reached out to me and talked to me? That's my biggest question.
Sorry.
Why couldn't you reach out and speak with me?
I'm not going to apologize for not. I would not. After what has happened with anybody having private conversations with you,
who has had conversations with me? Who's had conversations with me since you know?
Granny did, and that was the point of that huge blowout with all being and stuff. I'm not having a private conversation with you.
Fuck up. The one YouTuber I've spoke off here is Granny, and you know who kept their mouth shut about anything in that conversation other than to Clue? Me.
No. I'm just saying I'm not having a private conversation with you because they end up stirring more shit.
No, so
There's
you would
no
rather
reason
come
why we can't have a
online.
public
So
conversation.
you would rather come online and stir the shit.
Yeah, there's no need for this to be private truth between you and
So
I
then
because
you make shit
you're
up,
already
you
doing
run
too
with
much.
it, but you're
No,
wrong.
you're doing way too much.
No, ma'am, you've been on for 4 weeks, 12-hour shifts. What the fuck?
Oh, but
are
you don't watch.
talking
You
about?
don't even fucking
I
know
don't
what I'm
need
doing. So
to.
how do you know what I'm doing?
You're fucking full of shit.
Okay.
And all you've done is run between creator to creator and cause problems. I don't give a shit.
Oh, really?
People are like
really?
me. Really?
Okay,
really?
true.
I'll still be me regardless. I don't need you to like me. I don't need nobody to like me. I've stood on realness the whole time I've been on this bitch.
Well,
can we talk about the lies?
Okay, but
what lies? What lies?
You said I told a bunch of lies, so let me correct the lies.
Did you say? Hold on. Did you say I had ED?
Hey, go light a joint for a second.
No, hold on. Did you say I had ED and my dick didn't work?
For a second, take a breather, man. Shit, fuck you.
No, but we've been dealing with
Hold on,
Queen.
Let me pass it to you. Let me give you a.
Hold on. No. We're not. But see, this is down.
Okay, but take a breather, man. Fuck, you got me. I'm a fuck. I won't be. I'm fast. I'm like flying back and forth. Fuck.
Queen needs oxygen.
Yeah, I can't fuck. I can't. You got me spinning sideways, man.
She said, "Go light a joint." And
Slow
take a
down.
breath. I
Slow
thought that.
down. I can't even keep up with anything.
Nah, it's all good. I don't need to explain myself. I've said what I've said. She makes a joke out of everything. She thinks everybody can fall into her.
I'm not making a joke. Queen asked
her. I don't need
fuck
to be.
off.
You fuck off, bitch. Who the fuck are you talking to? You fucking horse-headed hoe. Fuck you.
No, that wasn't
Stupid
necessary.
bitch.
What the fuck was all that?
I mean,
That was a
horse-headed
fucking
hoe.
there was no reason that. Now that was some bullshit.
I wasn't making a joke out of it. You asked us to breathe so you could catch up.
Yeah,
good Lord.
I mean, fuck, I'm spinning sideways here. Goddamn, I can't keep up with everything between both of y'all. I was trying to listen to both of y'all. I was just fuck.
Queen, just so you know,
I know the chat was having a fucking hard time.
I apologize. I apologize. This is why I was like not bringing this shit over here or anything, but I wasn't going to let that go. I did a live stream the other day laying it out when his mods were coming in and stirring shit. It's all there. The timeline of it's there. He knew what was going on. He raged out, did a stream, deleted it, then apologized. It is what it is. This is what it is.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought I don't know, man. I'm
sorry, Queen.
For at least trying. You at least tried. No, because
see, look, I said have a.
See, in my opinion, in Nonsense's mind, she just won over Queen Bee. That's how I think she's feeling, because she should be apologizing. Yeah, she should be apologizing to Queen because it's her panel, but she should definitely be giving Truth an apology, because I understand why he got so frustrated. And this, making a joke out of it. When someone is that pissed off and that passionate of a person, you don't fucking giggle in their face. Queen Bee was making a joke like, dude, go smoke a joint and calm down, and I get it. But that wasn't for Nonsense to kick in and be a joke, be a little jokester too. That's where she was wrong. And I don't blame Truth for getting pissed off.
You came up, you tried, you know what I'm saying? You guys tried. I mean, like I said, I was even texting Clue to ask her, did she want to try instead? Because I know Truth is frustrated. I said, maybe it's good if, you know what I'm saying, you try to maybe talk. Maybe it'd be better if y'all two talked. You know what I'm saying? I hate that y'all are going, I hate this shit. No, he just fucking raged out and went off.
I'm sorry, Queen. I apologize like that. Well, I wasn't making a joke about him. I was making a joke.
A lot of people were. No, I was joking too. I was the one joking about it first. I said, go light a fucking.
And Queen could have joked around with him. He wasn't mad at Queen Bee. He was mad at Nonsense. And to me, she was out of line. When someone's that raging and it's over you, don't join in on a joke that Queen Bee was trying to do to lighten the situation. That's not for you to do. That's not for you to laugh in his face, because as a man and a man ego, that's how he took it. He took it as you're just laughing in his face. So he wasn't mad at Queen.
Joint and take a breather, bro. You're fucking stressed like you are.
And I wish Queen would have said that, what I just said, to her. And her saying, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. She literally feels like she just won.
you know, like, let's calm down a few fucking levels here, bro. Like, we're on fucking level 25. Let's get down to 15.
Do you got a junk to light?
God, man.
I'm sorry. I really apologize. Like, I've spun my wheels on this to figure out what the hell. I don't even know. It's so ridiculous at this, but it goes back to that freaking live stream, and that set off a bunch of people. I didn't even know where that was going to end up that day. That wasn't even planned because I didn't even know all the fuck shit that had been going on behind it.
Yeah, see, and I think there's a lot of stuff that goes on with Charming Jenna and stuff that he doesn't know about, or that he, like, even like with the mods, they don't always know what the creators are doing, or the creators don't always know what their mods are doing. Sometimes I think that he thinks he knows
that was a problem.
That goes on with the mods, and he don't.
Well, and that was a problem that I kept pointing out to.
Yeah, but you know what, Mullet Maxing, I think he could have calmed down if Nonsense didn't laugh in his face. If Nonsense hadn't jumped on that bandwagon, I think Queen Bee could have calmed him down, where to the point where he wouldn't have raged out. He wouldn't have been pissed and said, fuck this. And again, this is as an outsider seeing it, someone that's not friends with Queen, and can see it for what it is. And to me, that's what I see.
Like, very publicly, look, they're speaking for you. And they kept coming in and correcting me. Julie would use Truth's name in something and say, like, Truth said that I could get her channel down with a TPO, and I would play the clips and they would come rolling in to correct me and like had this energy towards me. And I'm like, I'm not the one saying it. Julie is the one using this, and she's the one saying these things.
Mano, I agree with you, but you're forgetting the second half of that. There is nothing worse when someone laughs when you're upset, but only at that person. Like, again, Queen Bee could have calmed him down if Nonsense hadn't laughed in his face. But because Nonsense was basically jumping on Queen Bee's bandwagon, that was not going to go well.
In her live streams, trying to give off the perception that these people are encouraging her and doing these things. And it was very clear, to my opinion, according to him, that he didn't support this shit. But yet, when you have Julie, and I never raged out.
And see, and this is where I want to fucking punch her. This doesn't concern you either, Nonsense. You inserted yourself. Whether Truth agrees with it or doesn't agree with it is not your fucking problem. And you're so offended someone called you horsehead. You call me horseface in a fucking comment section, but you're so offended when someone says it to you. Bitch, sit the fuck down.
About him going to the court hearing, I made the point that with the type of person Julie is, that she sees that as encouragement and co-signing her BS, which is why she was using his name.
And that's exactly what you're trying to do to Clue. That is Nonsense. Is this like projection? Because that is exactly what the fuck you do. You're using Julie as a I don't know what the right word I'm looking for, but now you got Britney's mods in there, and all because, I don't know, maybe it's a conspiracy against Clue. I don't know. But now you're friends with Jay, who's friends with JLR, and all the people that you're trying to get to turn on Clue. You're doing the exact fucking same thing, whether you realize it intentionally or not, which I don't think you're stupid. So I think you are doing it intentionally.
It's all there. It is what it is. I'm sorry, Queen.
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I just hate it all. Like, I don't know, man.
Well, I get it that you're.
It just sucks, and it sucks that, you know what I'm saying? It just sucks that it's even on this, that it's even gotten to this point. You know what I mean? Like,
I just don't appreciate the real life shit.
Well, yeah,
at all. Like, I don't do that shit at all.
Fucking rabbit head hoe and whatever, you know, like.
Okay. So she's saying she doesn't do the real life stuff at all. So please tell me why you spent 3 hours then at Julie's court hearing that doesn't concern you at all. That's real life. When you're taking time out of your day to go into a court hearing that has nothing to do with you at all, that's real life. You may not be going real life, but you're investing into real life. Why? Like, just why? I mean, if you say for content, okay, cool. I get it. But that's real life.
Oh, I don't care about that. I don't care about the fucking digs and shit, the shit talk. I don't appreciate
it. Wasn't cool. It wasn't necessary. You know what I mean? Like, you're not, you know, I would say.
So she doesn't agree with the digs when it's about her, but she has no problem with digs when it's she I was in a comment section and she fucking threw digs at me. Like, really, nonsense? You're gonna go there? Well, that tells me everything I need to fucking know about you then. When you're calling names. So when she says, I don't care for the digs, you do it all the fucking time, you hypocritical bitch. Stop doing it if you're so against it. But the reality is you're only against it when it's against you. Then you have a problem. Bitch, sit down.
The same if you was talking shit to him like that. I said the same shit. You know what I mean? It's just not necessary. It's not cool, you know?
Well, and his the thread about the ASPCA or the dog whistle, those cats that my daughter cares for are probably better taken care of than
well, he
most
said he
people's
thought
kids.
you had a full whole farm or whatever that you were over there taking care of, which I mean, I don't think
God.
I don't think you have nothing like that, but I mean,
What the
it's
hell?
still, I mean, it's still either way. It still shouldn't have been said either way. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I get when you're mad, you say shit. I say shit when I'm mad. I understand that, but this is like that's.
Yeah, this is a whole different beast. Though.
Yeah, I feel like some of it's just miscommunication. It's as simple as that. Like there's
miscommunication doesn't.
See, personally, and I could be wrong, but don't quote me on this, but in my opinion, this isn't miscommunication. It's a targeted effort to take out Clue. That's how I see it. I could be wrong. I could be way off base, but it sure does seem like that. It sure does seem that this is definitely targeted for everyone to turn on Clue. And then Granny.
I mean, it should.
I know that, but miscommunication doesn't lead to real life threats. I'm sorry, and you've dealt with a lot of it on your own end of things, so you understand exactly where I'm going.
What would you do if your animals were fucking? Well, fuck, the mayor was called on, dude.
Oh my God. Yeah. You've dealt with the same type of bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Like, Queen gets it from a different level. She just doesn't know everything going on.
I've had the mayor called on my fucking animal. I've had them fucked with. Like, I've had, you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
They were going to put billboards up.
I can't see truth ever calling the mayor on you like that or doing no dumb shit like that. But I mean, you know, we deal with a dumbass doing dumb shit, you know, like
right.
God.
You had them threaten to get billboards on you.
Fuck, I've had a t-shirt with my mugshot put on it.
Wait a second. I got a question. Do you have a t-shirt that says Remy Pearl's auntie?
Yes, yes, I do. I have a t-shirt. Yes, I do. I told Justin last night. I said, I am Remy's aunt. You don't know it yet, but oh, bitch, you missed all the motherfucker. Row. You missed what I. Oh my God, she was snatching his glasses.
There was something I wanted to hear from her, but maybe I missed it.
Glasses, his fucking ear, his nose, his
that clip.
Hair. She was snatching every fucking thing, man. He said, I swear to God, she picks my pocket like 85 times a day.
The clip of her pulling his hair and his like whole head pulls forward still takes me out.
It's like snatch a wig, man. She can fucking snatch a damn wig straight up.
You need a shirt that says that though. Hair plug snatcher's auntie. And
like now she's kissing. Now we all know that Nonsense is fighting with GW and Clue. And now we know that Queen Bee is friends with Clue outside of YouTube. And the ass kissing that Nonsense is doing, I'm sorry, it is stomach turning because it's so fake. It's so like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Aren't you beautiful? You know, I find it so fake and sickening the way she's talking to QB right now. Like, bitch, really? Really?
Wig snatcher.
Wig snatcher. All right, Queen, I'm going to hop down. I'm sorry to interrupt. Sorry that went sideways. And
at least you guys try. I mean, we just ain't there yet. We'll try again some other time. We just like.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. There's no fixing. I don't want to fix situations like that.
No, you did. I got to give it to you. You did try. I mean,
it is what it is. Have a good Saturday, Queen.
All right, baby doll. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye. You told Justin where you went to Justin.
Yeah, I guess I don't want to go through this anymore, but there was a point somewhere around this where Queen Bee was like, you know, I don't want to fight with this one. I don't want to fight with that one. You know, I like all of you. So I don't know. But let me go back to, so now that you heard that and you heard Nonsense's side, and we know Nonsense is now sticking up for Brittany, whether she claims she is, she's not. I distinctly remember hearing Nonsense say on a live way back when, oh, nothing's going to happen if they don't show up for court. I remember this, and they all tell me no, that it never happened. But I'm not one to sit there and go through fucking panel after panel trying to find it. But I am almost fucking positive that I heard her say that. Nonsense's excuse why she couldn't go on panel talk things out. Hold on. Oh. That's Granny. I haven't skipped so long. Where are we? I don't even see her. Oh, I'm here, but half-ass here. Sorry. That's it. She was on panel, though. Whose live was this? Oh, it was Queen Bee's. I'm here, but is this on that same live? And here's another thing I noticed, which I also find odd. None of them are members of each other. None of them financially support each other. That's weird to me. Why aren't they supporting each other? Like, why is Nonsense not a member of Queen Bee? She makes enough money to afford $2 a month. I don't get that. I really don't get that. This was a live on May 4th and Granny was on panel. But you know what I mean, though? Like, why don't you support each other? I notice that everywhere. None of them support each other. It's fucking weird. But none of them do. All right. Let me go back to the other one. Now that you heard that, I'm going to go to Chasings directly. Hey, Rat's mom. And guys, while I pull this up, feel free to support the channel. Hit the thumbs up. Purchase a candle. I really don't have any mods dropping links because UA sucks. But super chats, PayPal's, Cash Apps. But most importantly, buy a candle or some scent warmers or whatever. And make sure you hit the thumbs up. What am I doing? Just give me a moment. Chasing truth. All right, so let's hit her live from earlier. All right, let me find where Bob comes on. All right. This live is because everything is my fault. Amen.
It's not
Oh,
remote
that's
viewing.
I-
We set
I
up
wish I could have
Zooms and
helped.
it was crazy.
So there's going to be like 4 or 5 screenshots, so bear with me.
Oh.
Oh, 306? Yeah, it's only a 2-hour live.
All right, so this is saying
Pay attention to the person named not doxing myself today.
okay. And are these in order?
They should be, yes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. How
All
many
right.
have I sent you?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3. You sent.
Okay.
All right. First one
And here's number
says,
4.
not doxing myself says, that doesn't mean she was reading them or taking the advice, unfortunately. Then she says, Ocean Lovin', unfortunately, making them come in person out of state for something of this nature is extremely uncommon. Wendy, that could mean it was coming in real time. That's it. I have heard the clip. I disagree with that broad assessment that she was taking and repeating them. What did Wendy say? That person?
I didn't get that. But let me show you where exactly, because there's a lot of superfluous information in this.
Okay.
It's
Oh. I'm reading different. Petty, those were pre-trial.
Like, here's my question. Why is Bog sending Chasing all this information? Chasing, is she invested? I haven't watched her in a long time, but is she like invested? Because as far as I know, she's not. She's not invested at all in the Julie situation. So why is Bog sending her all this information? Thank you, UA. Why is Bog sending her all this information? This is weird.
Several people have been sent the page. I can send it to anyone for proof.
Yep. And then not doxing myself said Canadian. They just clicked the link. It's from a public source, to be fair.
So she was thinking that that public link that they have on the municipal site is going to take her into the prosecutor's room, because it doesn't, right? Doesn't that take you into the open courtroom with the judge?
So let me preface this with some info that.
Yeah, Carly, did you hear her say that she loves reality? Yeah, that's coming up.
Not doxing myself has said that I've seen them say in comments.
Okay.
They have told, not specifically to me, but they have said that they are court auditor, like they're from the court auditing community, and that they've heard about this case with Julie and Brittany, and that they were interested in it, and that they go and audit courts all the time. They go and watch live streams, they see what happens.
Yeah, this was the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard in my entire life. I was like, anybody that believes this, like Brittany believed it. Brittany was like, oh, that makes sense. I'm like, oh my God, this chick, if she only had a fucking brain. This is when my title was made.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm so glad Body's in here. Yes. So, at the bottom, at the very bottom of the first screenshot, they say those were pre-trial and indeed public. There were 70 people there at the start. Several people have been sent the page, and yeah, you read that.
Yeah.
So basically, what I think has happened is someone from the auditing community.
Now, mind you, she said what I feel happened. So she's buying this bullshit. And I don't know why Chasing is going along with it. This shit makes no fucking sense to me.
Either has had or obtained this link. I don't think the link changes each time. So if they had this from a prior case, they can go into the prosecutor's office. They say later in this conversation that the prosecutor's people were not checking people that were entering.
Oh.
If they weren't vetting who was in on the stream. And they were just able to listen. And that there's not an issue in the state of New Jersey with broadcasting, meaning that they could have not even been in the Zoom. Someone else could have been in the Zoom, and they broadcast this somewhere.
Oh. And then somebody screen recorded it.
Correct.
Huh. Okay.
So in the screen record.
I don't know why I paused that to give you a link. Hold on.
What we're saying is someone recorded it on their iPad. And in that, I think what they're doing when we see the selection with the little line around it with the dashes, someone else is recording it a second time to potentially remove any metadata.
I see what you're saying.
So I think what we're looking at is a recording of a recording. I don't think Julie or Brittany recorded it.
No, I don't either.
Well, that's not what you said yesterday, Bob. You were convinced that it was Julie.
And I think that this is all in an effort to potentially expose the court for their lack of security.
Well, that's interesting.
Yes, because the Not Doxing Myself has spoken quite a bit about how they're into auditing courts.
Well, this says, petty, court is open to anyone in the U.S. That is not sus. You can drop into any court at any time. Ever heard of auditors? Petty says, people were checking. I definitely checked. I'm wondering how on earth you got that feed. Then Doxing says, Petty, do you use a VPN? The only thing I can think is that a page for US-based users to comply with law. I don't know. I've audited for years. Then she says, Ocean, I've audited for years. This caught my eye with all the stuff going around.
That's my question too, Sarah. Who came up with this ludicrous, ridiculous story? And why they're even entertaining something so ridiculous? First of all, how did they get information then? How did they get Brittany's email? How do they know what Brittany's story is? How do they know what Julie's story is? How do they know who's who? And more importantly, how did they get Queen Bee and Queen Bee and Nonsense's email? How'd they get Brittany's email? The whole fucking story is ludicrous. And yet they run with it.
I've never seen, like, the fact is, it's mind-blowing to me that Chasing is sitting here so, like, pensive.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I mean, this is just mind-blowing to me. And, like, I don't know what the fucking chat's saying because I haven't read it, like, watched this live. But I'm so glad for BJ that she went over this. But Bog came into this community announcing she was a fucking troll. Like, and where is the court auditing community? Because I must have missed that section of YouTube. Like, I knew there was a knitting community and they're pretty wild over there. And the Tumblr community is wild from what I hear. But the fucking court auditing community that's interested in a pre-trial hearing involving BJ and Julie of all people.
I agree.
Sit the fuck down all the way and spin.
It's fucking crazy. But it gets worse.
Part of what? Ocean, I've audited for years. This caught my eye with all the stuff going around. Part of that is hearing all parties out. Jason, this week's is up just like last week's, and I never said I had it before. I don't know where you're getting that from. Petty says, not doxing. You literally said you had the link and we're watching. Not doxing says, broadcasting is totally different kettle of fish. Petty, I did. I never said I had it prior to everyone getting upset. That hearing went on for hours. Petty says, not doxing. That's impossible. WTF. Not doxing says, Petty, you are all so strange. Do you want my name too? You guys are weird.
Yeah, and then they block them.
And then they're blocked. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Petty and the other ones, auditors make sure they are compliant with law and due process and stuff, right? But who is Mr. Docket? I don't know. I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out because, okay, so Bog showed what she had found on Nonsense's stream. You can see the outline, the little outline where it's clearly a
Okay, pause it for a second.
Then we're thinking, okay.
Okay. What she's about to describe is something that everyone, if you have like a set of working eyes and you're not fucking Ray Charles and you've watched that court hearing, you can see that clearly half of the fucking screen is missing. Like it is, they have edited, they've used the snipping tool, which is highlighted by the little gray outlines, to fucking cut out part of that. Now, what part they're cutting out is, you know, who the fuck they are. And man, it is painful to me that they fucking have, Bog has reviewed this frame by frame and sat up, you know, all fucking day and night, and they've done 20 hours probably worth of lives about this, going from chat to chat, from Earth to Nonsense to Hillbilly Belinda, I guess. Like, and they still haven't fucking realized that later on they're going to talk about iPhone entering the chat. No, it was iPad. I barely even dug the surface of this, and it's fucking iPad. And they're missing the they're like so fucking invested in trying to create this narrative that they're not even looking at shit objectively. There's something that's staring them right in the fucking face the entire time, and they're gonna completely miss it. But go ahead, Inspector Gadget, go right on. Y'all are doing a bang up job at this.
I agree with you 100%. And I think what's staring them right in the face is, if it was someone from Julie's side, they wouldn't be giving Brittany fucking information.
No, the fuck they wouldn't. And they're not going to be, here's the thing. Yes, I do think War Eagle is also involved in this. War Eagle has a reason to be involved. War Eagle is up next, is fucking walking BJ on a leash for fucking Nick. And I fucking tried to tell BJ this, but her dumb ass is too fucking stupid to see it. War Eagle has a whole fucking different Discord where she talks shit on BJ, but BJ, I guess, goes along with get along because War Eagle's a dirty, low doxing bitch who's dirty, and, you know, BJ likes to keep her fucking hands clean, and War Eagle will go out there and do her fucking dirty work and act like it's a shady bitch that she fucking is. I said what I said, War Eagle. Fucking.
And notice who hasn't been around. I didn't see War Eagle in there tonight. I didn't see War Eagle in there yesterday. She hasn't been around. She's been like really low.
Right. And guess who's been saying that they thought War Eagle is behind a bunch of this, or a certain dirty bird could be involved. And then all of a sudden, later, BJ is going to bring out these emails that she's been getting from Mr. Docket Dude. And what? She didn't think to bring them out until like tonight, when one of them was like 2 days ago.
Well, you know who I think Mr. Docket Dude is? I think it's Nick. That's who I think it is.
I think it's someone that's working with Nick, and that has a little bit of like. But think about it, okay? Who would BJ trust for legal advice, and who do I think that she's gone to for legal advice in the past? Probably somebody that's affiliated with a, you know, position in the courts, for example, hypothetically. And also, this is a big deal. And the reason why nobody wants to fucking own it, especially someone who may or may not be in an elected position, okay, with the court system, is that this is, you know, a petty charge like this, not a big deal, okay? What is a big deal is recording the court proceeding, okay? That's an issue, and broadcasting it. I would think it would fall under probably some wiretapping laws, if I was being honest. I haven't fully fucking looked into that, but I'm pretty sure that that's where the fucking big deal comes in.
But that's where I think that this isn't a community problem. Let fucking the prosecutor figure it out. Why?
Well, no, they want to talk about me being invested and messy because I go and look for a missing child or a missing young adult and a missing child. I'm messy and I'm too invested, but I need to fucking, nonsense says I need to step back and let the police be the police. Well, what are you fucking doing chasing nonsense, Bog? And, you know, all y'all are doing is just proving you're a fucking, God forbid if anybody was to go missing. If I were to go missing, I'd want Ray Charles looking for me before I'd want you Three Stooges looking for me. Fuck off.
Hold on 1 second. Mullet Maxi may have a point. Maybe it's Deephole. He could be right too.
When has think about when Deephole came around. Why would BJ be, look at the advice though that the emails from Mr. Docket Dude sends and everything. This is not, in my opinion, although it was interesting that Deephole was like the night that he went up on BJ's panel and was trying to make that joke of, you know, that didn't land very well at all, about involvement in certain things. But no, like, I don't think Deephole is Mr. Docket Dude.
Yeah, but he disappeared all of a sudden. So did
Jada, but his wife, Jada, no, he's been around a little bit, but Jada has his quote unquote wife, whatever they are, was in Brittany's chat tonight.
Okay. But then I go back to my original, and that's Nick and War Eagle.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, what has War Eagle been doing? Keeping an eye on BJ and her Discord for fucking Nick. And yep. I don't know if BJ is fucking dumb to see it or she sees it, because, I mean, like, she at one point had unmodded War Eagle and then she gave her a wrench back because, and I'm saying, why did she give her wrench back? That's another fucking good time. Nonsense, since you like looking at dates so much, why don't you look at when she had her wrench given back to her and what was going on in BJ's life when that wrench was given back to War Eagle?
I'm telling you, I do. I think War Eagle and Nick are behind Mr. Docket Dude. 100%.
Wasn't Dirty Bird with BHB before she was with BJ? War Eagle was not really with BHB. BHB has had her whole, like, a bunch of other other people with fuck shit that are connected with At Night on her side, like, with her.
All right, let's listen more.
Okay, well, maybe somebody remote viewed. So today, some of the girls and I created a Zoom. We also created a remote viewing. So I downloaded the remote viewer as the client to my computer. Nunya then downloaded the same remote viewer, and she said she was going to be the support. So when you click that, it gives an invite. She had to send me that, so she sent it to me. I click it, and it connects her computer to mine, and she can even switch windows or whatever. So her only task was to leave the meeting, which she did, remote view my computer, and see, the test was, I was pretending to be Julie. The test was when the screen popped up to take me from the prosecutor to the judge, it basically just says the host has invited you to this breakout room, right? So she did see it. She saw it. So if that's the case and they were recording Julie's screen, they would have seen that pop up.
Correct.
And they didn't. So I was like, shit, remote viewing's out. That didn't
Yeah,
work.
because that view. Yeah, because we see that the recording is there even before Julie and Brittany turned their cameras on. So they were in.
So then how did you just blame Julie 2 days ago?
Because
whole different theory.
Because they're stupid, Laura, and they realized that we were about to run this fucking experiment that fucking Tweedledee and Tweedledum ran, and they were going to get caught up in that. And we pointed it out at the time that the person's in there before, quote unquote, you know, that when BJ and Julie leave to go to the other room, the person's still fucking recording. So that made Nonsense, Earth, and Bog, the Hail Mary trio, have to like go back and say, fuck, we can't go with that option. We got to come up with another story. So now we have this mysterious court auditing community that's taken a vested interest in BJ and is going to be live streaming it on fucking X and only send it to 2 creators in the community. Interesting.
No.
In there right away.
Right. I just figured if they had control of her computer, then they could still be in there before she turned her computer on. They're just recording her screen. But that can't be it either. So somebody come up with the suggestion, the Sal DeLuca. Now, I know that they said the other guy had
no, that was
a
Sal
court case,
that has
but
the court
did they ever
case,
say
you dumb
Sal
fuck.
also had a court case? He did too. See, Sal had
The
a
other
court
guy
case.
was supposedly an
One other
attorney
thing to
chasing
note.
here. Let me help them a little bit. The other guy supposedly was an attorney chasing Bog, Nonsense, Earth. Have you looked at that option?
When you are watching the Zoom, you are always the furthest to the left, even to the left of the host. And the way that it's recorded, it's not centered. So I think they have cut themselves off so we cannot see who
That's
they
what the
are.
girls said today. Yep. They were like,
Oh,
wait
they
a minute.
just
This
realized
is cut
that.
off to the point where a whole box is missing to the left of the host.
Wow.
So whoever that is who's in the meeting was recording it, and they cut it off to the point of you can see. Let me see if I can grab this really quickly. And try.
See, I don't understand why people care this much. It's not your job to figure it out. Move
Here's
the
the thing,
fuck
Laura,
fingers.
because they want this group right here chasing Nunya, Lil Jonesin. They all have an axe to grind with Clue, right?
Yeah.
And also chasing and like had recently talked about like something about her not going in Granny's anymore, and Soup's over there too. Like they're all fucking, anti-Clue. So what they're trying to do is by inserting their little selves too, they're trying to further drive the fucking wedge between the community.
Yeah.
That's why they're fucking invested. Because this will just, by them getting involved and getting their subs involved, that just furthers the divide.
Yeah, it's true. Okay. Well, that's what I said at the beginning of my rant. So yeah, I get it.
Try to show you what we saw here. I'm just going to pull that one image up.
Yeah.
Oh, what was Moon doing today? Lord have mercy. All right, hold on.
Making more sense than probably the y'all.
Screenshot it here.
I just heard about it.
And I feel like my theory is getting more and more sort of like out there, but with what we've looked through and deducted, it's like more convoluted.
See, Island, I'm not disagreeing with that, but what I'm saying is then let the prosecutor figure it out. It's not anybody's job here to fucking figure it out. Let the prosecutor figure it out. It's his problem.
But it seems to be the right track because I don't think it's either Julie or Brittany. And I know a lot of people have said, well, who does it benefit? And
Brittany.
I don't think neither. What it in my mind,
dumbass, it benefits Brittany.
That has sort of spilled the beans and put it out there saying, you know, all of this auditor stuff. A
random account that's clearly a troll
saying,
account.
You know, the court isn't necessarily being secure with their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And also, maybe Mr. Dockett was just doing it to show us what they both said, because we both know that they're not reliable narrators.
True. I'm going to send you this picture now. Bob,
So, hold on, pause it for a second. So, a random court auditor comes across this and decides they're gonna do this and record a court auditor at that. Okay, is going to illegally record a Zoom meeting with a prosecutor because they're trying to prove that these people that they don't really know of that much.
Hey, hold on one second.
Court auditing stuff.
Hold on. Peachy brings up an excellent fucking point. BJ always claims she never checks her email. So why did she happen to check her email that day while in court?
Here's what she said. Okay. Here was her excuse, because that's a good point. Yes, as someone who's emailed BJ and gotten a gaslighting response 3 fucking random weeks later, BJ says that she got a notification when she was on her phone about an email. However, nothing says what that email subject line is going to be about, like, or who it's from. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
You just say new. Hypothetically, if she gets an email, it would just say new email. That could be from fucking. It could be spam for all she fucking knows. Why is she sitting there trying to go between? Which I've kicked myself out of many a StreamYards when I'm on my phone. Like, why the fuck is she, who claims to be so inexperienced with Zoom that she doesn't even know how to come into a Zoom meeting without, like, putting her name in there, and comes in as her phone, which I think is a little suspicious as well. So why is it that she is going to be risking kicking herself out of the Zoom meeting to try and toggle back and forth between checking her emails? Or was it because she had a fucking device next to her that allowed her to check her emails from a different device? Because if you had noticed, while she's live, sometimes even on her phone, she's also getting fucking messages either on her fucking computer or on another device.
But that's the point. She always says her email's broken. She's not getting email, but she's just so happens to get her email and reads it that day in the middle of court. She can't check her email any other time, but she'll check it in the middle of court. Give me a fucking break. I 100% never even thought of that. And Peachy, you're a genius, because that is so true. She's never checks it, but she happened to check it that day. She knew exactly what was coming.
Oh, in my opinion, she was getting help from the last time.
Yeah.
Every time that she's gone to court, and she knew she was going to be getting help this time.
Yep.
Look at the timing of the fucking emails going out. Like the first email, one I think was like a few minutes right before court was supposed to start, and the other one was, 20 minutes after it had started. BJ tripped herself up when I'm not going to tell her where she tripped herself up. I don't want to keep talking, BJ. I love it for you.
Here and see how his screen is totally cut off over there. Look at his
And by the way, here's another thing. According to Julie, they wanted them there in person, but according to Brittany, she just has to go via Zoom in 2 weeks. That they
no, she's got to be there in person. But
that's another thing that fucking burned me. And I don't have the clip on me, but she said yesterday that when she called the prosecutor or whatever, she spoke to them, and how dare anybody, you know, she went through a C-section. She just had a baby. And I'm sitting there listening to Irish playing it. I'm like, Brittany, you're live every fucking day for hours. But
she was live driving around. She was live driving around. And I thought, what of all times for BJ to click go live? Like, she rarely fucking shows up on time for anything.
Yep.
And she very rarely does day streams anyways. She talks about doing them all the time because, you know, that would make sense for someone who has issues staying awake and to go live while her kids are at school, the ones we can hear and know that are actually at her house. So she's gonna go like it was perfect fucking timing. Like I was like, I love this for you.
Yeah, she said tonight she only has to do Zoom.
No, well, okay, BJ. Yep, okay. You only have to do Zoom. You're totally right about that. I think that's a great idea. Try to go by Zoom again.
But a judge is going to, if she laid out this, you know, sob story, yeah, a judge is going to tell her, okay, we'll give you one more chance.
Nope. BJ, why don't you tell the story maybe you should tell the story of what you told the prosecutor and the judge. Maybe you should tell them that. Don't you think? Well, I'm curious what you told them. Surely you wouldn't tell a lie, would you?
I'm just saying that I believe, knowing what I know of the courts, I do believe that she could have told them a sob story and they would have said, okay, we'll give you one chance.
Nope.
Nah, I think you're wrong. She just had a baby.
Oh, how much do you want to make? Laura, let's make a little friendly wager. All right. You owe me 3 candles if I'm right.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and print, I'll go ahead and do my own labels, get them printed, picked out and everything. I already know what scents I want, but no. She got to be there in person. That they're not happy about it, especially when they fucking saw that she had just gone live when she was supposed to be in court.
Yeah, but they can't present that. They can't present that without proof, and they can't prove it without being in court.
Well, in the sense that when Julie realized that, like when she went out of left court and put her phone on, BJ was still was ending her live stream. So guess what? She marched her ass right back in there.
And I don't disagree with you, but I'm telling you, she maneuvered her way through the courts.
I think that this.
What do I get if I win?
Huh?
What do I get if I win?
Then I'll pay for the 3 candles out of my own pocket.
All right. Fair enough.
Yep. And I'm going to show you guys, if you can see it here. See how his box is so tiny compared to everybody else's boxes, which are normal. So there is somebody over there, right here. Because on a Zoom, the person who's looking at the screen on the Zoom, you're always over there, right here. And there's nobody there.
Body did bring up a point that the host can edit the way that they show up, but I'm not sure if this, that's always a possibility, but I would say the majority of the time you're going to be on the very, very far left.
True. Yeah. And we looked that up too, because as soon as it was brought up, I was like, yeah, the prosecutor is in half of a box. If you look at it,
Yeah,
he's in like half a box. So why is his box so tiny?
Nobody realized that till now.
Recording, and the screen recording's so small here. I'm trying to show them on here. You see how tiny his box is? That's not the regular size of a box on Zoom. Your box is almost double that size, really.
Sorry.
Is that making you laugh? He's got a tiny box. My son just came out of here. What's up, buddy? Give me a kiss. 9:30. I want you in bed. I'll bring your clothes up in a minute. Take these off. It's super hot. I love you. Okay, so Mr. Docket needs to come forward. Well, I mean, I don't. Why would they have picked? Okay, let's say it was an auditor bug. Why are they going to?
Why is she even entertaining this stupid fucking theory?
Because dumb people do dumb things, and she is literally, I don't know. I mean, she needs to chase something other than true crime because, or the truth, or whatever her fucking, like, she needs to chase something else. Butterflies, maybe.
This is just fucking weird that she's even entertaining this. It scares me that anyone in her chat could entertain this. Like, that's scary.
To pick Nonsense and Queen out of all people. Why? Why would they pick those two unless they're familiar with this community more so than just being an auditor? That's the part that made no sense to me. I'm like, well, why those two? And why would they want it out there anyway if they're auditing the community, the court?
They might not.
Looks like you're buying 3 candles, biatch.
Not be necessarily connected that way.
I ain't buying 3 candles.
I
You
think
just wait.
that someone heard about this.
You owe me 3 candles.
This whole trying to pick my words wisely, but
shit
this
show
whole
of a
shit
community.
show. Oh my god, yeah.
Maybe.
And then possibly did Mr. Docket know that this was streamed somewhere? My gut is telling me that this was broadcast to a lot of people.
It could have been, because, and then they recorded it, because if you look at
who broadcasted to a lot of people, what the fuck is she even talking about?
She's talking about how the fact that Mr. Docket claims that they streamed it to X. And so, yeah. But if that was the case, then why wasn't it sent? Why were Queen and why were Queen and Nonsense sent the YouTube channel link and not the X feed link? Another good point.
But it was streamed to who? People had to know it.
Correct. But I guess maybe the court auditing community that doesn't exist.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
the two that they sent it to, that makes no sense to me. Nonsense, maybe, because she's been reviewing Julie. But if you go to their specific county, to the municipal court website, there is a public Zoom link, but that does not take you to the prosecutor.
Correct.
That takes you to the public court hearings. So yes, we can access that, but based on what Nonsense and allegedly speculating said, they were screened. They were asked, are you guys defendants or are you part of the public? So let's imagine somebody said, oh no, I'm a defendant. They're not going to know to come up with Sal DeLuca's name or the other guy's name that just said iPhone, but we're missing the person to the right of the prosecutor. We don't know who that is because they screen recorded it and they cut themselves out.
Right, and that leads me to that point. There's another comment that, not doxing myself, said that the people that were viewing it were excited that they were not checking people's information.
See? I wonder who the fuck that was then. Like, who would be interested enough to do this? Like,
Yeah, and I've even like taken up for them in the past, being like, "Oh, they're cool." Like they're.
Why would you take up
then,
for? Wait. Pause. Why the fuck would you take up for someone that you don't know, Bog, with an obvious fucking troll name like not doxing myself today?
Exactly.
Saying no,
I
they're
agree.
cool. Wait.
And
That's really weird to me, Bog. Nobody
See,
else
but that's
finds
the
it
other
out
thing.
there,
Allegedly speculating and nonsense are both two people that are invested. That would be invested. They sat 3 hours for to be in the court hearing, which was weird as fuck to me.
Nonsense said she got there like
I've seen them around
hour.
quite a bit.
Today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, "Holy shit! They like this is what they were doing." It clicked in my mind this morning, and I was just like, "Holy crap!"
Suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
So who does everybody, now that you guys have heard all of this in the chat, who would have the motivation to even, I don't think somebody could hack into the meeting. I think that they would request a link. They got a link for whatever reason.
They didn't request a link. Brittany gave her the fucking link. That's where it came from. Brittany gave War Eagle the fucking link. War Eagle gave it to Nick. It's not rocket science.
And when they got to the clerk, they were put into the room. But would they have known that they... See, we have to give this all forethought then.
Why is this so fucking hard?
Because you're dealing with idiots, okay? Dum-dums. When someone starts bringing up the court auditing community and you have Chasing that's working overtime in her mind to fucking make sense of, like, this is just, then that should tell you everything you need to know about the intelligence level.
Whoa. Hold up a second. Hold up. I just figured it out.
What?
You're right. Nick would be streaming it over Twitter. That's Nick.
It doesn't necessarily mean that it's Nick streaming it on. But hold on. We have no proof that it was ever on Twitter, first of all. Okay? We just have somebody saying it. But who would be the one to actually do it and be offering the legal advice would be War Eagle. If we're going to go down the Nick. If we're going down the Nick thing, rabbit hole, I mean, then we would say, but Nick and BJ have also had their kind of where Nick's called BJ out for, the fact that Joseph Lesniak doesn't operate at 3 a.m. in the morning and stuff. And, so they have that kind of tension as well, but maybe they've decided to hem it up because, they're not doing so well in the RICO and Tony just died. So
how do we know Nick isn't War Eagle?
Because I know who fucking War Eagle is.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. She was Doc. But I also think that War Eagle is dumb enough to cover for Nick.
War Eagle is dumb enough. She believes that At Night's a legitimate anything.
I know.
That she's willing to put her fucking career on the line. Dumbass.
But I'm telling you, Nick would be someone that would stream it over Twitter. He would. Right.
But also, War Eagle's the bitch that would be dumb enough to fucking think that she could go in to the court hearing and would be sending emails to fucking BJ and giving her court advice.
That's true too.
Who's the one that BJ was submitting evidence from in the court hearings to begin with? War Eagle.
Oh, I think because they're saying that it's a closed hearing. Okay. So if it's a closed hearing, then one of them had to give the link. It's not Julie giving the link because the person was helping Brittany. So it had to be Brittany that gave the fucking link out.
And Julie's the one that's trying to fucking get them to, like, get behind who and figure out who streamed it. So if it's connected to her, that makes no sense. Like,
yeah, Nick wouldn't do it on his account, but he would have War Eagle do it for him.
Yeah. Nick.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, and she's absolutely, I don't know what to describe her as. Like,
And it makes sense why Queen Bee was sent it and nonsense. It makes perfect sense.
Also, they know that Queen Bee is going to check her emails, and if she gets something like that, she's going to click play.
And we know that War Eagle was in Nonsense's chat, butting up nonsense.
Yeah, and in the comment section as well. War Eagle's come out lately in chats at some interesting times. I'll say that.
Yeah, I agree. I would too, Mac. I put money on this theory too.
If it's me and I'm super interested in Julie and Brittany, and I call a week ahead of time and say, I want a link for this.
All right, Chasing, get this out of your mind, because nobody called and asked for a link. Brittany had to provide the link using logic, because nobody's going to call and ask for a link of a private thing that nobody had access to. And the prosecutor said that this was a private link.
This Zoom. What the hell are they going to ask me? They're not just going to give me a link. They're going to say, "Oh, are you part of the public? Like, here you go."
Or
you need the link on the website, not the private link.
Right. And that leads me to thinking, has someone had a case in this same office previously, one of the auditors, and the link and password, maybe they don't change them, and that's another
If we could get
audit.
If we could get Brittany or Julie in here, they could tell us if it's the exact same, and it can't really be. Well, no, it can.
It wouldn't be the same link.
We have a recurring meeting every other Monday night.
Oh my God.
But it all has a different link. Your meetings have a different link. It's not the same link.
The public link isn't going to take you to the private fucking.
Okay, hold on. I have Zoom. I can explain this. You can set up Zoom where if you pay for Zoom, that you have one link and that stays forever. You can change that link, but you can have the same link forever. I had the same link for the
right, but it's not going to go to that private room and be the public link.
Correct. That's correct.
The problem is that they're fucking dumbasses, too stupid to realize this.
But I'm saying that Chasing might confuse people when she said that, her company has a Zoom meeting and it always changes. You can have that too, but you can most certainly have where it's the same link forever.
No, yeah, because I've clicked on one by accident that's like the week before, and you don't go anywhere. It's not a thing. You can't go into.
Well, static links are a thing.
But on Zoom? Let me look at, I'm going to go into Slack right now. Hold on. I'm going to go into my Slack. I'm going to go into my meetings, and I'm going to go to my pin tabs here, pins, and I'm going to look at our Zoom links. Let me see.
Create a permanent Zoom meeting link.
A permanent Zoom meeting link. Okay. So maybe they did that rather than having new ones every week. Because as you guys can see, if you guys can see this, the light. See, these are my Zoom meetings that are for the next full year. And you can see every single one of them is different. That's just saying that my daughter is driving too fast. So, but you're saying you can create a permanent Zoom link. That would be helpful for us.
Yeah, Zoom provides two primary ways to create a permanent static meeting link that stays the same for every session using your personal meeting ID or scheduling a no fixed time recurring meeting. These methods allow participants to use the same exact link to connect whenever you are ready.
Well, wouldn't that be... So let's think about that in realistic terms for a court. Julie said their court is very small and that they do virtual hearings on Mondays and Wednesdays. If somebody got that link by mistake, then they save it and they're
Agent, 100%. I think that's what happened. Brittany does nothing by herself. Brittany is always, Brittany is always fucking having somebody else do her shit. So I 100% believe that Brittany gave her link to War Eagle and didn't know that it was illegal. But once they found out it was illegal, then they had to keep their mouths shut.
they're like, oh, I'm going to use this again and go in there and look at whatever. Would that be some violation of privacy or?
Are you kidding me?
I guess not, because court records are open. You can
Oh
FOIA
my
them,
God.
so no. I
Don't
guess not,
call
right?
yourself
So
in
it'd be
true
okay.
crime and ever
I looked
ask
up
that.
today. The only thing that is the issue in the state of New Jersey is recording court proceedings.
Yeah, so, okay. Recording them is an issue. I would just think they'd be more fucking cautious with Zoom links to court, but maybe they wouldn't. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. Nonsense said there was someone with the initials SD. Well, is that Sal DeLuca? SD?
Yeah, I don't know.
And now, I know Nonsense said that the one guy definitely had court. The other guy, I don't remember them talking that much about Sal having court, but I could.
Sal had court.
Nonsense confirmed that they had a case.
They did.
Body, I don't know if you were there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I vividly remember hearing her say that.
Okay. She just didn't want to say his full name, Coco said. Okay.
Oops.
No, I mean, it's on the screen. It says Sal, and then it says duh, and then it says Luca. Like, it's separated, which is weird. Would you spell your own name like that with a space? That's odd. But that was something somebody in our meeting today pointed out. Like, it's typically not spelled like that. And I'm like, well, maybe it is. And they're like, no, I don't think so. I don't know. Separate court cases, but recent court case had Jackson. They refused to unmute. Thank you, Oki. Poor dude's in this hot mess. I know. He is. He's in this hot mess.
I feel you on that, Ocean.
If I was going to sneak onto a court Zoom record, I would also set my name to someone that has a hearing that day. So would I. And that's another thing, Bog. Have you looked to see if the docket is public prior to?
Usually it is.
Because we couldn't find that today. I was looking to see if they published the docket ahead of time, because if you don't know these people,
remember how you
just happen
here's
to
an idea.
Stroll in.
Pause. Chasing. For someone that has like a true crime channel, remember like when Betty was going to court and how you would go and people would look up like what courtroom Betty was gonna be in and stuff, and it would tell you the other people that were also gonna be in the court that day? Yeah. That happens in courts. Imagine, I know it's a wild concept, but yeah.
I agree. All right, I want to finish this out though, because I got to get to bed soon.
And using this Zoom link, you're not going to give a shit because you don't know any of these people. So it has to be somebody connected in some way.
Or be like Brittany and just put in the name of your device.
Yeah, they might just pop up. But Brittany said as soon as she popped in there, she was on her Samsung and he changed the name, or whoever. I'm guessing it's a clerk behind the scenes who changed the name.
Right. So in my thinking would be, say that you go into the meeting, you're a quote unquote auditor, you're sitting around listening, and you're like, I'm just going to keep it as my.
Why is she going back to the auditor? It's not the fucking auditor. This is so dumb.
because she's trying to distract and put forth this narrative. And these people are unfortunately fucking dumb enough to soak it up and believe it.
Yeah, I agree.
Device, because you could just sit around and then wait until your quote unquote case comes up just as your device name. So you're
See, and that's the other thing. They say that the prosecutor's phone number was given out. What, your personal cell number? Why would you give a defendant your personal cell number to begin with? I mean, it's a YouTube case. You know that they're YouTubers. Why would you give out your personal phone number? That's what offices are for. I was in a 6-year court battle. I never knew the prosecutor's personal phone number. That's fucking weird.
inconspicuous.
But that's if you're invisible, right? Well, yeah, because that one guy, his name said iPhone. And we know that's not his name. Okay.
Yeah, and everyone is visible in a Zoom.
Okay, so they may not even realize, oh, this extra person here is just waiting.
Exactly.
That's interesting. Okay. I initially did to see if Sal was supposed to be there. I couldn't find the public docket. Yeah, I couldn't either. And we looked today. I looked everywhere. No. There's no public docket that I could find anyway. I don't know if maybe it's listed somewhere else, but I was all over that website and I don't know. I couldn't.
But that's what I'm saying. Why would he give out his personal cell number? You don't give your personal cell number to a defendant. I mean, if you're someone's lawyer, I'm not even sure I had my lawyer's personal phone number. Well, I think I did at one point, but that was after like 4 years with the guy. But I never had the prosecutor's phone number. I had the fucking other attorney. We had their office number. You're not going to give out personal
because the way that it worked in that particular court, he's not there full time, so that's why.
Find it.
Yeah, I was looking for the links and it was like,
that's what I think too. I believe it was his personal work number.
No court until Monday, so
yeah. It's hard for me to think it's just some rando auditor who knew the ins and outs of this case. Yeah, and you emailed, is the same person the same person?
See, 9mm, that's what I've been saying. I said, I don't believe he's in fear. I don't believe any of that. He wants to get himself off the case because the whole situation is nuts. You can't just go to a judge and say, I want off. You have to have an actual reason. And I think he's using this as a reason to get himself off the case. I've said that for a couple of days now.
We don't know.
I don't think not doxing myself. Well, let me think about it.
Yeah, think about it.
I don't know that the person who emailed Brittany is the same person who recorded the stream. Why do they have to be the same person? They said that they watched, but does that mean that they're the same person? I don't know. Well, They are the same person. Well, they emailed it to Nonsense and Queen, and that was all the same name, right? Let's look on Angela's. She's the one who posted it, right? Angela's. Let's see here. Post. Oh, Moon. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Okay. Let's keep going.
And thinking about, so I think, there can be a lot of overlap in these sort of communities. So for the not doxing myself person could, have been involved with this sort of auditor stuff. Also heard about Julie and Brittany's case and been like, oh, wow, this is something that I'm interested in. And it also overlaps. I don't necessarily think that they're Mr. Docket.
Well, Mr. D, Chris DeMichael, 4200 at Gmail, emailed Brittany and is also the same person that emailed Nonsense and Queen the link, right?
Correct.
Okay. He says to Brittany, watch the hearing. Do not send an abundance of evidence. Less is more. He will not spend hours on this petty case. He was trying to tell you the case is petty with his finger to the wee little thumb demonstration. Focus on her easy, this is for content, her desperate search for a violation. Only defend what she puts in complaints and reports on your complaint only.
Yeah, but Island, I can look up any single prosecutor that I want. A prosecutor deals with criminals every day. Trust me, he's not in fear over someone that lives in North Carolina or anywhere else. When you're a prosecutor, you're dealing with murderers, rapists, people that could literally fuck up your life in your backyard. He's not scared of some bullshit online.
This is not about Craig. Easy to show she's a nut. Quit including Craig's case. Shocked when you said that. No need.
I showed it on one of my lives, 9mm. I'll have to look for it.
For this judge to know, not the same person. So let's think about this. What time was their court case? Wasn't it at 1 o'clock? Because it's an afternoon session, right? Does anybody in the chat know? It was 1, right?
The second one was in the afternoon. The first one was really early in the morning, from what I remember.
Yep.
Body says it was at 1. Okay, so this person watched and emailed. So they have to be the same person then. Because this is all happening at the same time. Right?
Oh my Lord.
1:30, same email.
And then you have
no, Brittany wasn't late.
And in the chat saying bitter tea. Who did we just learn is a paralegal? Okay, good one.
Wait, what?
I'm looking at voices and Chasing reading. I'm reading Chasing's chat saying, "Hey, who did we just learn is a paralegal?" Trying to tie it back to Julie again, dumbass.
Whose son is an attorney?
What? Oh, now they're trying to put it on me. I'm looking at that a little bit further.
You don't have any kids.
No, I'm saying mystery chick's trying to put it on me.
Oh.
No, I went to law school, bitch. Different thing. But I also did work as a paralegal. So fuck off.
No, but voice says, and whose son is an attorney?
That was, let's see, I'm trying to think of who that was, because I do remember who they're talking about, but I'll think of it. Go ahead.
They were both there on time.
So do we think that not doxing myself then is a person that is just blowing smoke to create a distraction?
Oh, that could be.
Could they be a troll? I mean, sure, but...
That's what I thought initially.
But they said that they were in there watching, right?
Correct. They said there was nothing with watching or broadcasting.
So if they broadcasted it to a Discord, everybody would be out telling by now. Or one of them at least would be out telling by now. So where the hell did they broadcast it to? Maybe private on YouTube and then they made it public?
Twitter.
Yeah, they could. Hey, Gigi. Didn't Julie say they had a certain something? It was weird that Julie mentioned how worried she was about the court proceedings. Funny thing is this happens all the time in big cases. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does. It happens all the time, but this is such a small situation, a small case in a tiny community that nobody gives a fuck about. Thank you, Psycho.
That's an interesting comment. It says, why was BJ so perplexed that the link was also sent to nonsense? Remember that? But I really do think it's something much simpler than we're making it. Yep. Great. It's War Eagle and Nick. Clue said tonight that not doxing myself always goes at her from chat when she's on Granny's panel. Oh, that's interesting.
I agree.
Why was BJ so perplexed that the link was also sent to nonsense? Remember that? But I really do think it's something much simpler. Thank you very much.
She was so perplexed about it that she
Brittany
was almost like she knew who sent the link out. I was like, why would they send it to her? Type of perplexed from what I remember.
I'm sure she did. All right, I got like 10 minutes left, and then I got graduation tomorrow.
Nonsense? Why would they send the link to nonsense? I mean, why would they send it to Queen? It makes more sense to me that it was sent to nonsense because she was reviewing Julie. So, I don't know.
So just my 2 cents on this. 2 things really quick.
Mhm.
Not doxing myself said 2 other messages that stood out to me was Mr. Docket, LOL, what an obvious name. And then they asked them about the link to the prosecutor, and they said it's sitting on the site.
See, and that's crazy because that's not it, right? That can't be. That public link cannot be it. But when you click that, right under that, it says to do the Zoom, look at this video. To do the Zoom in Spanish, look at this video. But when you click them, it takes you to YouTube and neither video is found. They're both gone. So I don't know. They just haven't updated their instructions. If someone is only viewing a hearing and not participating, access depends on...
See, someone in Chasing's chat just said Nick.
Whether the hearing is public. What the hell was that sound? Well, I was thinking it wasn't public, though, because it's in there with the prosecutor.
Charlie Girl is hinting War Eagle.
So why the hell would that be public? But he did say they had 40 people waiting.
Thanks, Pulse.
And if they had, I thought that was public until Nonsense and allegedly speculating said they got a link and they were asked, are you a defendant or are you public? And when they said public, they were sent to the judge. So let's say it was me. And I said, oh no, I'm a defendant. I'm trying it. I don't care. I'm going to try it. Because this is bullshit. This is bullshit. And it's annoying. Who recorded it? Just come out and say, so what? I fucking recorded it.
Yeah, come out.
I mean, at this point, it was put out there. People have the link. Do it for science, Bonnie. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just all bullshit at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, that's, I mean, yeah, but I don't think they're the same person. But not doxing today and no open today. I don't know. Maybe.
Sorry, I
ahead.
get distracted. I'm ADHD to the core.
Totally fine.
What I was going to say about why send it to Queen and why send it to Nonsense. And this ties back to my theories about the chaos that's been happening. Anyone that speaks out about Julie, anyone that doesn't agree with what Julie's doing, in my opinion, is targeted and is branded as a hater and is eventually exiled from the quote-unquote island. It happened to me. It's happening to Nonsense. And in my opinion, I think it's going to happen to Queen because she is not.
So who do you think's running the island right now? Clue?
I don't know.
Well, who the fuck else? Who can exile anybody from anywhere? She's not even on here anymore. So, okay, let's put it this way. Queen's chat, other than Granny's, gets the most people in it in this sector right now. When Clue was here.
So Eric Jasper is Brittany's #1 cheerleader.
And then we got voices saying J for J.
But then Eric's like, I think she figures it was someone from Clue's group and they're obviously shaped it nonsense. So why send it to her? QB is still their friend. Clue is not behind it.
Clue's did. But Clue's not here now.
Cat's Eye said Nick.
Yeah.
Who can exile anybody? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Madison says granny.
It's just the pattern that I've seen people getting
Madison's an idiot.
significant pushback when they're not wholeheartedly supporting Julie. And that's just been my experience from what happened to me, from what I'm seeing with nonsense. And now it feels like with some of the comments that were made about Queen last night, that there's some shade being thrown her way, and it makes me concerned that stuff's going to start happening to her. And I know that she
What?
Three people hold on, listen. 3 people received an email from that person. 2 people were verbally against Julie. BJ was the defendant. BJ receiving an email that appears to help her put the target on her. I agree with that.
Well, they didn't know that
she doesn't have time to
talk about
maybe
the email,
see
though.
everything that's being said.
No, but I'm telling you, it's fucking, if I say Nick is my number one,
Right.
and War Eagle attached. Absolutely.
And admittedly, I don't have all the details of what's being said, but the things that I have seen that's been said, it feels shady to me, as far as like the comment about Switzerland is only neutral when it comes to money. That to me felt very shady.
Who said that? I didn't. Was it truth?
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting.
Implying that they've made it a situation where you can't be Switzerland because they're making people have to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they said that he went live, but then him and Jones were playing Streaming Wars, but then she shut it off, so I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's baffling.
Me
hearing
too,
how happy people are on Kick now, but yet it's
the same old thing all the time.
It's back and forth. Yeah, I don't know. It's, what did Reality say the one time? I just want to be in my peaceful realm.
Yes.
Shout out Reality. I love you. Please make vlogs. I would watch them all the time.
You're such a liar. Are you lying?
No, I love Reality.
She's fucking
Everybody
lying.
gives me a
Of
hard
course
time
she
when
is.
I say that, but
I don't know. I think she sounded pretty fucking serious.
No, Bog is okay. I knew Bog pretty well in terms of like her fucking personality, which is, and just how she fucking speaks and shit. She's has a way of fucking sounding serious, but no, she doesn't fucking like Reality. She's weird as weird as Reality is. Don't get me wrong, because she doesn't like Reality.
Switzerland means that you're not picking a side. You're kind of laying on the fence.
Yep.
I genuinely appreciate her.
Oh my god.
I love her little, like, her kick rocks and her attitude. It reminds me of me, but in like a more wholesome way.
So I have questions for you.
Bitch,
Do you
you
mind?
cry when anyone
Sure.
calls
Okay.
you out.
1, are you autistic?
Very much so, yes.
Okay. 2, are you a
All right.
Satanist?
Okay, so the whole Satanist thing. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
So-
now that I have you on the phone, I might as well ask.
Okay, so
So the rest she just explains it. It's stupid. But
Yeah. The
I
rest is,
get to bed.
yeah, me too. But well, I mean, I won't be going to bed, but at this point, but yeah.
I was gonna be on an hour, and we're at 3 hours.
Well,
But I definitely want to thank you for coming up.
no problem. You're welcome for the content, since it's all my fault.
It's all right. Yeah. All right.
Shit, bud.
I'll be back tomorrow night after graduation is
time.
over. All right.
Have a good night, everybody. And thanks for it was good to hear your perspective, honestly.
Oh, I'm telling you, I was going to say it during closing, but I'll say it now. I absolutely see a targeted attack towards Clue. I think this is all a fuck you to Clue. And I think that they're trying to target her directly. And I think once they get Clue, then they're going to go for Granny. But I don't think Granny, I think they believe that Granny is much more naive. And Granny's also by herself, where Clue has Cletus. But I think that's why they're targeting Clue first.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've seen this in the works. Like, I've seen this starting to freaking develop, and I've just kind of sat back and watched and been kind of waiting for this to come to a head. I didn't know it was going to end up.
But like I said,
illegal court reporting, but you know, nothing should surprise me anymore after everything else.
But hey, sweetie pie, but to see it as an outsider, like you're friends with Clue, so you have more invested in that end, not being friends with anyone and just seeing it as an outsider, I think it's clear as day. Like, to me, it's so fucking obvious. As soon as somebody has a fight with Clue, then all of a sudden they become besties with Brittany. Like, does everyone forget who Brittany is and what she's done and how she's still fucking lying every day? It's like all of a sudden people get stupid. Like, okay, so she just had a baby. What the fuck does that mean? Like, why is that where now all of a sudden she's okay? No, bullshit. Yeah. Absolute bullshit. I'm glad, Mac. And it's just crazy. It's just so fucking blatantly obvious what's going on. And how so many subs don't see it, I don't know. I truly do not know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's painfully fucking obvious what's going on.
Yeah. And if anyone has any this like screenshots of that not doxing today or whatever, feel free to send them to my ex or at Discord because I want them. Thank you. And crafty dinner. I'll take crafty dinners as well.
Ooh, I have to get to it. I got to be up in a few hours.
Yep. Right.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. But if you're chatting, you're subscribed. I will be back tomorrow night, probably another late night because, again, we got graduation tomorrow. I have a shitload of orders going out tomorrow. The only one that's not is Holly, and that's because I ran out of tape. You're the last one I haven't gotten done. So, other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Peace.